Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. I have no idea what my lighting situation is doing today. This is ridiculous. Let's see. I don't know if that'll help. I don't know. It's so very washed out, especially like back here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I turn the overhead light on, I don't know. I don't know. Does it look too bad? I don't know. I feel like I look like a ghost. It's all, I don't know, shadowy and washed out. Let's try that. Is that better? Would figure more light would only worsen it, but because it's like an automatic webcam camera, I really need to. I did buy, or well, I had it for my birthday. My husband bought me this battery that I plug into my camera that I put up here, that will trip the system in the camera for when it shuts off every 30 minutes after filming, because they can only market it as a camera, or they'll have to market it as a video camera if they don't have that feature. So they'll market it more as like a point and shoot kind of camera, but it also is like a vlogging type of camera. So to be able to market it and save money, I think on, I don't know if it's a special tax they pay or something. They have it shut where the thing will stop recording after 30 minutes. So it's kind of a whole thing. But I had a battery that you plug into the wall. It's got a little attachment, and a cord goes into the wall. So that'll kind of bypass your trigger to shut it off because it's plugged in rather than working off battery. Um, but it doesn't work. So I've been actually using that capability with my Patreon stuff. So we get really nice, clear webcam over there because a lot of what I do doesn't really require much more than a half hour at a time. But I never know. I mean, if I'm constantly having to change batteries, live streaming is going to be kind of chaotic over here. I change battery probably about every hour, 15 minutes. And then of course I have to reset the thing every hour, or no, every 29 minutes and 97 frames, AKA every 30 minutes pretty much. It's crazy. What my setup looks like. Well, I'll show you real quick since you asked and we're here. Let me just get this. This is just my M50. It's a Canon M50. It's got the flip out screen. So let's see. Well, I think my battery might be dead, or I think I took the battery out. But anyway, so I put it up here. It's got this little thing that goes into my. I'll show you. I'll show you. Ooh, there we are. See that little boom kind of thingy? It's got a little piece there that I slide this into, and I will attach, which I'll do right now so you can see it in action-ish. Do that. All right. Takes a second to get it tight in there. Okay. So then it's pointing down at the table, and there's a very dusty ceiling fan. So it's just pointing down where we're hanging out. And then I've got my ring light right here, window light over there. So yeah, that's kind of the, I guess, quick little rundown of behind the scenes. Yeah, it's a whole thing, but you know, I'm very far away. I don't know. The lighting seems very shadowy. I don't know what's going on. Washed out plus shadowy. All right, that's not why you're here though. So yeah, readings would be easier that way. Yeah, it works for me. But what I did for, I guess, let's see, a little less than a year before I got, what was it I got? I think it was this. Yeah, it was. So maybe almost a year. I worked with this here, my ring light, because this little thing here is kind of like a joint. So you could bring this down at almost or even less than a 90-degree angle. And so what I would do is, got the little hot shoe here for the camera. I'd put the camera here and bring this down to where the ring light was more like parallel to the table. But it would always film upside down. So of course in editing, I'd have to flip it 180 degrees so it was the right way. But even with that filming, I guess, angle, there was one person in particular, every time she'd watch one of my Pika cards, she's like, this just makes me so dizzy. I can't stand this. And I'm like, why do you keep coming then? I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have now. And when I have the money and resources for the boom and everything, I will do that. But yeah, I got a complaint from her every time I saw her. She complained about the same thing. Okay, so we are not here to talk about people complaining, uh, unless we want to complain about the energies that we're going through right now. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Lunar. Did I miss anyone? Nellie's here. Hello. And Nellie, I emailed you back, so feel free to reach out when you're ready. Nyasia, hello. Steph Freeman, welcome. So I'm gonna leave the poll up. We got 13 people, 13 likes on the video, and right as I said that, it jumped to 15 people, 13 likes on the video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this poll up for just a minute, but it looks like so far, because I don't think you guys can see what the percentages are, but I can kind of see them. We've got 16 votes with 62% of you saying that this full moon is kicking your butt emotionally and or physically, and 41, now it just shifted. So 59% of you are saying it's kicking your butt emotionally and physically. 41 are saying I'm feeling the love and vibing high. But Peggy brought up a good point, which I have been feeling kind of both categories myself. I probably should have put a third category that said both, because that's definitely what I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling emotionally, even, I'm feeling great. Like, I'm vibing high emotionally. I'm just, I don't know, I'm all over the place. Like, and physically, I just feel very ungrounded. So I'm going to have a nice sea salt bath after today's live stream, but also just like sore, like kind of the back of my head going down, mostly on the right, all the way down to my lower back. It just feels like I either was bent over the day before working on something, which I can't recall that I was, and or that I worked out my back muscles. So they're kind of like muscle soreness, like that kind of pain, not like I'm in deep pain, but just kind of like muscle aches, muscle soreness just today. And I didn't, just looking back on yesterday and the day before, there's nothing I can point to that I'm like, ah, that's the culprit. Like, no, I don't know. I think it's just upgrades. And also just falling asleep, just seeing my cousin Tanya texted me and she's like, uh, explaining exactly what I've been seeing and have seen multiple times throughout the last 6, maybe 7 years, which is kind of like when you're kind of in that state between sleep and wake. It's almost like you see the code of, like on the movie The Matrix, like the code just kind of flying by you, like the, I don't know, symbols and signs. Plus, it's almost like I say it's a mix between a kaleidoscope of shapes and, I don't know, like hieroglyphics, light language, I have no idea, mixed with also like color blobs of like a lava lamp. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. So when I'm kind of between that sleep and wake state, I get into this zone every time. And the last few days has been really something extra. I don't know if anyone else has been kind of feeling some of that, but I think I've given enough time. We got 19 votes on our poll. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now so I can actually read my chat without it taking up over 2/3 of the chat. All right. And then those of you who are wanting a reading today, I have pinned at the very top of the chat there. At least for me, it's right there. The fact that you guys can donate over there for a guaranteed reading. We are still going to do our collective full moon energy report, feel into what we've got going on here and just what's going on. Let's see. I feel both definitely just found out our interview to find our cats a home on Monday is actually the day we're giving them up, and I feel, oh, I'm so sad, but so grateful that their forever home is coming soon. Like, that's so good, but both so sad. Like, I totally know the mixed emotions that you're feeling over that, because you did everything you could as cat parents, and yes, I love that. I love that your love for them is greater than you just keeping them when you know there's something that's a more forever home out there for them. I love that. It's hard though. It's hard though, isn't it? All right. I had to give up my cat when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. Let's see, this was over 19 years ago at this point. But my cat he was less than 3 years old, 2.5-ish years old when I had to leave. And we got him when he was just teeny tiny kitten. And I knew that my ex would have done something really crazy to try to rip him out of my arms or something if I tried to take him. And of course, being a very broke, poor college at the time, I didn't really have a place I could have the cat anyway. even though he was like a soul pet to me, and I just was like, come back to me someday. And I let him go with love, and it was super hard. But like that happens, and we have to do the best we can in every moment. That's the whole thing. All right. So, yeah, dreams have been crazy, you guys. Yeah, dreams just very rich, very weird, very off the wall, but the symbolism is very deep. The colors are just almost psychedelic, and I say that as someone who's never done any drugs besides the stuff that they use to uh, knock you out to get your wisdom teeth pulled, and then for the pain afterwards. I think I took one pain pill that they gave me out of the like 12 that were in the bottle. Um, I try to be a hero. Like I don't like pharmaceuticals. I have absolute massive reactions anytime I get vaccines or anything like that. So like I just try to avoid all of it because I don't know, my body loves the natural stuff so much, and I'm rarely sick or hurt. So like I'm like, I'll just wing it. I'll just suffer with this headache. I'm cool, like whatever. I'm just lucky I don't have any kind of chronic illness or condition, thankfully. But that's come after years of a lot of detoxing metals. My body can't process heavy metals, so it's like I have to force it to come out through zeolites, which is actually a good way to do it because it's not like those metal detoxes where things can get stuck and then you really have some, I don't know what they call it, like perfect storms going on in your body. All right, I don't know why I was even talking about that. I don't know. When you start thinking about something, you're talking about something, you're like, how did I even get talking about this? That's been happening a lot to me too lately. Also like weird deja vu moments. I don't know about you guys too. Or just feeling like you're almost just observing your life, not really living your life. It's so weird. But it's like almost normal for me at this point, but like still it's been much more intense than it has been. So it kind of just feels weird again, even though it was kind of normal for me for a while. All right. Okay, so let's just see for this full moon, for all of us here or listening on the replay, we're at 12 minutes, 12 seconds. We're starting our reading. Yay, I didn't even plan that. Jessie will be proud if she's listening in or watching the replay. Ooh, we have the sun, you guys. This is so good. For this full moon, this is bringing us the sun. And I love that this is coming out. It's so telling because we have been having solar flare after solar flare after solar flare just bombarding us the last few days. So that's also really amping up this energy of the full moon and the solstice that's coming up in a few days, and it's just a whole thing. And we're in that 1212 to 1221 gateway portal, which I did a really in-depth and breakdown and reading about that over on Patreon. Those of you who are on Patreon, you know how powerful that reading was. But yeah, I'm just like still reeling from like all these light codes that are coming in. Like it's really exciting, but it's like we got to ground ourselves and kind of hold on for the ride because it's a lot. It can be really intense. Yeah, so let's see what else we need to know about these full moon energies, what we can expect during this moon cycle. Yeah, lots of sleepless nights, maybe even some nightmares, anxiety coming up. But I heard something this morning that really resonated with me. It's like when those traumas from the past come to the surface, that's your body, that's your aura, that's your spirit, your soul, your heart, your emotions. That's letting you know you're ready to heal that. It doesn't just come up because, oh, let me just make this person's life miserable. No, it comes up because there's a part of you that is ready to release this trauma or heal from the past. And a lot of times, we're busy people. We're constantly trying to distract ourselves from our own lives. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. That we try to push it away, or we're like, oh, I can deal with it for like 2 hours, but then I gotta like go to work or I gotta go do this. And like, it's really difficult to adult and also heal trauma from the past. Like it's a whole thing. But this is just calling us to, when we do feel these things come up, it's time to really shed some light on them, illuminate them, because it's time to release them. It is. We can't take these traumas and this baggage from the past into these higher vibrational energies that we are basically being those lightning rods grounding into this planet. And these energies just keep amping up and up and up, and there's just no slowing down. If anything, they're just, I don't know, just what's the word? Just coupling up on top of each other. Like that's not the word I'm looking for, but I think you know what I mean. It's like they're just overlapping so much that our bodies are just level up, constant. but we're here for it, right? That's why a lot of us did incarnate, was to be those lightning rods, to hold this light, to really help with this ascension process. All right, here we go. Yeah, because this is what we're meant for. But we can't get to this without first going through all of this, which, why? Why not? Why not? But yeah, we know. We know deep down that, we have to face a lot of that past stuff and to be able to get to this, really. All right, let's get one more. Anything we need to be mindful of or watch out for? Because I like to know like what to expect. Like, any roadblocks, any problems, as we call them problems. I just call them opportunities for growth if I can help it. All right, any problems, any opportunities for growth, any obstacles in our way that we need to be mindful of. Yeah, it's basically us feeling like we can't start something new, or us feeling like we have to deal with everything in our past before starting something new, which just isn't true because we can heal all along the way. We don't have to completely do every ounce of shadow work available to us before experiencing any drop of joy, peace, love, and happiness. No, no, no. It's a journey and it's kind of a spiral. That's that wheel energy as well, where we might feel like high on life, and then before we know it, things are kind of low again. But then before we know it again, things are good again. Like that's just the cycle of life because we're not meant to be an all or nothing as a people. There are both sides of the coin, duality. We're meant to experience all of it and everything in between. All right, one more. Let's just see any blessings. I like getting this in the blessings position because Five of Swords means there are no winners. The blessings coming up for us during this full moon, which Gemini is about communication. Swords, communication. This full moon in Gemini is about communication. And because the sun is directly opposite of this full moon in Sagittarius, which is higher knowledge, Gemini is more lower knowledge. So it's like we're trying to unite the higher mind and the lower mind, and maybe avoiding just by tapping into where the sun is in Sagittarius right now, that we are uniting our lower minds and our higher minds together before we're making any decisions or yelling at someone or snapping at someone or beating ourselves up even. This is us getting to the root of a problem, because this showing up as like something hopeful for us is actually a good thing, because when this would just come out as an obstacle, there is no getting to the root of the problem because it's just too much confusion. Everyone's too set in their way. It's just not going to happen. The fact this is something hopeful for us is we'll be able to cut to the heart of something, to the root of something, where instead of all of us feeling like losers about it, we'll all start to feel like winners, or like we were heard, or like our piece was spoken and people actually listened. And maybe we're also listening to others, that they are telling us where they are coming from. And even if we don't understand them or why they think the way they do, we can at least have that compassion and just hold space for whatever their truth is, right? All right, I actually want to go over here to these astrology cards. Anything else we need to know for this full moon, please, Spirit? And then we have a very short list today. We only have 2 donations. So we have Jesse and Katie R today. So we'll pull a few of these and then we'll get into our donations. Pisces, sensitize. So Pisces coming out at any point during a full moon, it's gonna hit you right in the feels, either good or bad. It doesn't always have to be negative. But this is also us astral traveling, us really getting that communication from spirit in our dream state, maybe even having some nightmares in the dream state so that we don't actually have to experience them in the 3D waking world or the material world, which is good. But a lot of people too with the Pisces could be facing addictions, could be facing habits, realizing that you are leaving behind, because this is the last full moon cycle of 2021. So maybe between this full moon and the next in early January of 2022, you're leaving maybe as a resolution, New Year's resolution, to overcome a habit or some sort of addiction that you have, to be able to more freely live your life. Because I think these habits or addictions that you already know. I think you guys already know what this is. This isn't something hidden from you. You already know. And yes, addiction 101. I have my Venus in Pisces, so like I can really like my heart really connects to people with Pisces placements. Like I want to help all the Pisces in the world. Like I just love them. But then we have the moon perception. Yes. And specifically a Pisces moon. This is powerful. This is someone who's very attuned to the other side. So all of us are having this kind of Pisces moon energy coming in hot. Sometimes it can feel like this, right? But other times it can feel like this. It's up to us to make the choice. But here's the thing. If you're feeling something, that's your body, that's your emotional state, your soul letting you know, hey, there's something here you need to feel your way through and release. It's a lot of times, though, that these emotions will become trapped. And then we're just kind of stuck in these ruts or patterns because subconsciously we can't change that until that emotion is physically energetically released. And a lot of times these trapped emotions will start operating in our lives as disease or dis-ease, specifically, and not exclusively, but specifically autoimmune types of diseases are trapped emotions. And when you can release those, you can literally create a miracle in your life because you will not have these autoimmune, of course, not a doctor, but like I have seen miracles just in the work that I do healing people, with the specific healing sessions I do, that I've had at least 3 people come to me and say that their doctors just are stunned. There's no way this could be happening. From this MRI to the recent update one, there's no way without physical surgery, which the person didn't have. It was just an energetic spiritual surgery. It's beautiful. Um, we are our own healers. We are all healers. It is our natural birthright. We've just been told we have to rely on this medical system that's really less than 150, maybe 200 years old, right? Maybe even closer to 120, I don't know, somewhere around there. It's less than 200 years old for sure. And it's the only modality of medicine that we know of, like in, I don't know, recent history, that doesn't take the spirit into consideration when looking to, you know, put your cures forward. Or really, there aren't a lot of cures offered up. It's mostly putting band-aids on gunshot wounds a lot of times, or prescribing medications that will basically mask the symptoms rather than get to the cause. But symptoms, our body is screaming at us. When we have physical symptoms, our body is screaming at us that something is off energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe a amalgam of all of those things. But a lot of times, like I do have one person I work with that was on many medications and now she's not on any. So it's like, and the only thing that changed was just things we've worked through, emotions we've released. It's not, it's not any surgery she had to go have, or replacing these 3 medications with this one. No, no, no. We're getting to the root. So the symptoms just disappear. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But we've been told that we have to go somewhere outside of us to heal. We really don't. We can all be our own healers from the inside right on out. All right, let's get one more. Burma's here. Welcome, Burma. All right, Libra. Balance. And I know Burma's a Libra, so maybe I'm putting this out there for her. But this is all about balance, about balancing that divine masculine, divine feminine. Really, with this Gemini full moon, really looking into our relationships, because Libra is also the 5th placement from Gemini. I'm a Gemini moon, and then my ascendant is 5 places away in the 1st house. My Gemini moon is in the 9th house. So I have a very creative connection because the 5th house is naturally ruled by Leo, very creative, very artistic, very driven to just be passionate and show the world their creative expression in many ways. So with my moon placement and my ascendant, I really love being creative and expressing myself in many, many ways. But you guys may be tuning more into your creative expression this Gemini full moon with this Libra moon and Pisces energy, because these 3 are beautiful and grand because ruled by Venus, ruled by Jupiter. The moon is obviously ruled by itself. But yeah, if you had a Jupiter Venus moon conjunction in your chart, you're someone who's very gifted, very tuned in, very tapped into the other side, very beautiful, very artistic. You can influence a lot of people. It's very beautiful. All right. And I know in Western astrology, Jupiter is more Neptune rather than Jupiter. But yeah, they still consider Jupiter, I believe, a co-ruler. But even Neptune's dreamy, Neptune's illusory, Neptune is beyond the veil and also very expansive. Okay. Yay! So we got some good things. We are maybe having some ish come up to be dealt with, but like par for the course, 2021, we know what's up. And this doesn't mean that 2022 is going to be all rainbows and butterflies, but we're getting a beautiful foundation for us to jump right into 2022 with this full moon in Gemini. Yes, yes, we are. All right. So we have, well, first and foremost, it is just too hot in here for this shirt. So we're taking that off. Oh, much better. So what I'm going to do is check the donation list because I did see a few more come in as we were doing the reading. So Steph Freeman art, I'm going to add you. And then Burma. Awesome. Oh, cool. So Jesse is going to start us out, followed by Katie R. And Steph Freeman art, and then Burma. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this was from my grandma. Well, after she passed away, my Aunt Sue, who I'm named after, my middle name is Sue. My Aunt Sue was actually named Shirley Ann, but everyone called her Sue. I don't know why. But my mom, that was one of her favorite aunts, so she named me Amanda Sue. But my Aunt Sue gave this to my grandma, and both of them sadly have passed on. But when I wear this, I'm very connected to my maternal side. I feel really, really connected to the roots of my maternal side. I've only had it since summertime, and I've only probably worn it twice, I think, maybe 3 times. But every time I feel it, I can feel the loving, divine feminine energy from my mother's side. I love it. All right. Oh, your south node is in Gemini. My north node is in Gemini. That's awesome. So cool. All right, Jessie. I think Jessie left her question in email. Well, on PayPal, but it's in my email. So I'm going to go look for that. Okay. So go to the right email box here. So Jessie wants to have a message of guidance from her ascended masters. I definitely feel them closer than ever. Yes. All right. I don't know if Jessie's here, but we're at 2737 timestamp. I could write that down. I know she was here a minute ago, but I'm going to write it down just in case. And then if she also wants to leave a comment and come back to it, it's always there. So 2737, Jessie. I know sometimes she kind of comes and goes. So we can step right into Jessie's reading. All right. Anything for Jessie from her ascended master? She feels them closer than ever. All right. Yeah. This is really resonating. That collective reading we just did. There it is. Yeah, 2737. That's your timestamp, Jessie. But look at this. Happy family. Good connection. I'm really seeing this as with your children. Just really spending some good quality time with your children. But your ascended masters are really seeing you as like a child to them, or really beyond the veil. You are more like a peer. Oh, you missed Jamie leaving. Oh no, bye, Jamie. Yeah, they see you more as a peer on the other side, but of course when you're here, it's almost like they feel this responsibility to take care of you, almost like a parent to a child. But they want what's best for you. They want you to feel all the good feels and really have those deep connections with those you love. And this even is your parents stepping in alongside of these ascended masters saying, we're here too. We'll never leave your side. But this is really beautiful. This is the Nine of Wands. This is you letting you know that all this hard work, all this effort, blood, sweat, tears, emotions that you have put into your last few months, Jessie, you're about to the finish line of something here. And they are telling you, we are right behind you. Do not give up. I'm almost reading all these other 8 wands behind here as like the 8 of wands of things are moving quickly. Just do that last pole vault over the line and you're going to be exactly where you need to be. And they are standing as sentinel behind you here, guarding, guiding, loving, and protecting you all along the way um, as you face your battles. Because she's got her game face on. She's not messing around. She is ready to size up the competition, or in this case of Olympic athlete, maybe the pole vault, the pole that she's going to vault herself over. Okay, here we are, calculating it, measuring it, maybe running through in her mind exactly how her body's going to feel as she propels herself over it. Because I had actually, I think it was a Greg Braden book years ago. I had read this. Don't quote me though. It might have been Greg Braden, maybe someone else, some spiritual book I read years ago. Got it at the library, so I don't even own it. But they had mentioned how Olympic swimmers, they put these electrodes or things up to their head and measured brainwaves as the Olympic swimmer just sat in meditation, running through their routine of whatever, whatever meter, whatever. I don't know a lot about swimming, but they're swimming races, right, for the Olympics. And they would run through it in their head, and then they put those same things, testing them as they actually did their swimming, and there was no difference in the brain. It was exactly the same as if it was actually happening or if it was imagined or run through in the brain. So just you envisioning, Jesse, your future, this is going to help you. Your ascended masters are really amazing with the little, I guess, examples they're offering here. Just you envisioning your future of happiness, abundance, emotional fulfillment, and contentment with your family, with your kids, maybe moving somewhere very, very far away from the city, because I'm really more seeing this is where your home is rather than here. It's like you're waving goodbye to this and saying hello to this. But just envisioning this over and over in your head and imagining all the great things and what it'll be like, that is going to help you. Oh, you're doing a vision board with the kids tomorrow. There you go. This is mic drop energy right here. This is letting you know you're on the right track with that. And even like as you fall asleep, just running through all those amazing things you're going to do, those plans you're going to make. Yes, because you're going to solidify them into the 3D world by doing so. Because when we just have all these ideas, yeah, that's great. But when we actually start taking action on these ideas, that's when we really show up. That's when we really show up and make these things happen. And the reason that those Olympic athletes even knew what motions to go through in their mind was because they've done it so much in the 3D world that it's just second nature to them. Now, if this was someone just starting out swimming, it may be way more difficult to picture every little twist, every turn, every move, the way the water feels moving over their skin, how many times they come up for air, all these things. But the more you actually practice in the physical world, the more you even practice in the mental world, you're going to see it solidified and concrete in your physical or material world playing out. That's so powerful. All right, Jesse, this one wants to come out too. Yes, the magician. You are in charge of all of this. Your ascended master's like, yeah, we're closer than ever, but you're the one. You're the one in the trenches. You're the one at war right now on this 3D matrix. Ready to level yourself and others right up out of this piece. Yes, you are. Look at this. The magician is coming in hot for you to remind you. Your ascended masters are reminding you, Jesse, you are us. We are you. There is no difference. There is no separation. We are closer than ever because we are you. You are us. So just remembering, you are ascended master material. You are a fractal of source having a human experience. I can't. I got such chills right now on the crown. Oh my goodness. Amanda, you are just shining. Wow, you are amazing and beautiful. Wow, this is so powerful. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you too. This is the good stuff. This is what I love doing. And the last 2 days, these messages have been like literally reaching soul level. Like this is good. There just must be some really big collective timeline shifts or energy shifts coming to this planet over the next, I don't know how long, couple months, maybe even these next few weeks. I don't know. That is really going to level us up to places we haven't seen in recent times. Wow. So there might just be some big timeline shift. Yeah, I think there might be new energy coming in, new timelines available, higher timelines where we don't have to worry. We can be more carefree. And then also the 9 of Pentacles. All that hard work is paying off. We're able to reap the harvest of all that hard work we put into this 3D matrix because we're piecing ourselves right up out of here. And that goes for you as well, Jesse. Again, leaving the city, getting out, that connection to nature, natural places, places that make you feel at home, that call to your soul. I'm going to get one more tarot, and then I'm going to go to the goddess of something. No, priestess of light. Okay, like I said yesterday, I'm going to get the name of this deck down because it's really speaking to my soul lately, and it's still a new one. So priestess of light, priestess of light, priestess of light. If you can say it enough, I'll remember. I just want to call it a goddess deck, but oh, mic drop. There's victory here. You are getting your recognition. Spirit is recognizing all that hard work and effort you've put in, and they're making these higher timelines available where you are the magician. You are solidifying your dreams, hopes, and wishes into reality by putting in all, these 2 9s here are talking of your hard work finally paying off. This one it hasn't quite paid off yet, but this one's saying it will. So to get this together, this combo together, is so telling of exactly what you're doing right now. All this hard work and, suffering energy that you've been in is not for no reason. It is not just to make you feel miserable. No, this is to get you to level up. It sucks going through it, but it's getting you to level up. All right. Priestess of light, priestess of light, priestess of light, oracle. All right. Anything else Jessie needs to know from her wonderful ascended masters? Oh, we also had another donation come in after Burma's donation for Pika Lee, which I will get you on the list here momentarily. So you are calming the waters, self-regulation or peaceful self-regulation. There's your number 3 yet again. This is you just stepping into this more calm knowing. Like you're just knowing, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I don't feel so frantic that I'm not. I'm just kind of surrendering to the moment. It's almost like she's warming her hands. But instead of it being like a flame or a fire, it feels more like cold energy to me. Or, that blue, which really resonates with that throat chakra. So it's like you're calmly speaking into reality what you want to see without feeling this nervous energy behind it of, I need to leave because of fear-based reasons. It's like you are only leaving because the time is right and it's a love-based decision rather than a fear-based decision. Because leaving is good when we have to get out of a situation, but we would rather leave from a place of love than a place of fear or worry or anything like that. But you're coming into your own, this is very high priestess energy to me too. High priestess / magician vibes. Yes. All right, Jessie, that was powerful. And then on the back of the deck, you got balance, stability, and standing firm. You know how to build this future for yourself. And you got the 40 here, which is all about that stability, security, and support from those ascended masters, guides, angels, crossover loved ones, and of course, your higher self. Wow. I love this so much. This was so powerful. You deserve it. You really do. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. So we're continuing these positive messages today. Messages of power and faith. That's what I'm going to call it today. Okay. So up next, we got Katie R. And then Steph Freeman, you will be on deck. And Burma, and then Pika Lee. There we go. Right. So is everybody ready for the holidays? Those that celebrate, I know not everybody does, but are you all ready? I think I'm ready. My kids are home. Well, they'll be home this weekend, obviously, because they don't go to school on weekends, but they're out at their grandparents right now with my husband. But as far as the next few weeks, they're going to be home for the rest of the year from school. So we're going to make Christmas cookies. We're going to watch Christmas movies and just have a fun, family endeavor. Fun-filled holiday time together. All right. Katie R. I think it's time for another past life reading. Whoop, whoop. Yes, let's do it. For some reason, instead of starting with tarot, I want to start over here with what's this one called? The Earthcraft Oracle. Okay. I just love the back of these. Well, the front are really cool too. They're so cute. But yes, very divine feminine divine Earth Mother kind of energy with these cards. Again, there's still cards I haven't worked with much, but I really love the colorful artwork on them. Past life for KDR, anything we need to know from spirit. Well, I'm already sensing female. Wow. We've got prayer here. To me, this is like a wedding day. And I know we don't typically wear these colors on a wedding day, but like, people do what they do. And this to me feels like South, maybe Central America. They're telling me, okay, so it's Brazil. Brazil. Ooh. All right, where are we going to go with this, spirit? What deck do I want to use? I don't know. I want to use this one, I think. Getting the good tarot out. All right, so we're in Brazil. You're female. I'm really sensing this is your wedding day that they're bringing us into. All right, what's going on? Wow, the Ace of Air, Ace of Swords. This is also not just a wedding day, but an initiation. You're some sort of high priestess in this tribe. And this is like new though, because where before maybe only men or the masculine energies were allowed to be leaders or people that others go to for guidance or advice or wisdom. It's like you are starting something new where this is concerned, where people are actually coming to you for guidance, wisdom, advice, clarity about their spiritual path. And you were initiated on your wedding day. What do we need to know? And it's 111 on my clock. So very, very important with the ace or the one energy as well. And then we have the 4 of fire, 4 of wands. Yes, wedding day, wedding day. I love it. I love it when spirit just confirms exactly what they were showing me so that I don't feel like a crazy person making up little fairy tale stories in my head. Because I still feel that way sometimes. But then spirit always delivers and confirms. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here, Amanda. Don't feel crazy. I love that. The crazier I feel, I think the more in tune we are with these past lives. But yeah, 6 of water. Wow. This is maybe a dream that you have, or parts of this life, you actually dream about it in this life, or you have had some sort of deja vu moments in this life, Katie, where you're tuning into this life. Maybe your abilities, I'm seeing you, it's like a little tornado, but you're just like doing this with your hands and you're stirring up the dust and dirts and leaves and like showing the little kids. I see lots of little kids just gathered around, just like laughing and awestruck at just this magic that you're able to do. And then this one little boy's like, I can do that too. And he gets up there and he tries to do it and he can't do it. And you're like, no, you got to feel into it. And they're showing like the heart opening. Of course, it's not like anyone can see this, but energetically speaking, you really expand your heart chakra to then bring that magic down into your hands to allow this to happen. Wow, this is so powerful. But they're showing me too, the day of that wedding, they made you, okay, so, and it's not like, oh, they made you do it, but like this is just the part of the initiation where you actually had to drink poison to prove yourself. So you either were going to live to tell about it and be magical and mystical to prove that you have the skills and the abilities to step up and be the first female leader, or you would die. So like extreme much, but like you took it. You took the poison willingly. It's not like they had to force it down your throat or anything, but then you did feel a little sick and everybody's like, oh no, well, what's going to happen now? And then what, spirit? And then what? All right. And then what happened after this poison? I mean, I see you recovering, but they're showing me something about the water. Something was healed with the water. They're showing me you vomiting into the water, which sounds really gross in TMI, but you vomited into the water, but it actually cleared the water because there was a lot of, you had to be really careful where you lived about drinking the water because there were just different parasites and stuff that they're showing me, like mosquitoes laying eggs in the water and then the parasites, something with parasites. But the vomit, something with, I don't know, your energy mixed with the poison they put in it, just something helped heal this piece of water. That doesn't make any sense, Amanda. Like pool of water. Like they're showing me flowing water coming out the top, like per waterfall, but it was like a very low kind of trickle kind of out. So it wasn't like running water, it was more stagnant water a lot. And that's the water you really got to be careful about. Um, but yeah, they're showing me this created yet another opportunity for you to prove yourself. You know, you got two fours here because you got the four of air and then the four here. Um, but they're showing me now why this resonates or what this means for you, Katie, in this life is there is going to be an opportunity coming up for you to prove yourself. Of course, you don't have to drink poison to do it, but it's kind of a mini version of what you did in that life. Where you're just proving yourself. And it might even come after someone's like, well, prove it or something like that. And you're like, okay, here. And you just do it. And maybe in the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh God, what did I do? Or what if I can't prove it? But then you do. And this might be a future significant other. And the stakes are very low. It's not like the significance other is like, prove to me you're psychic or you're gone, or prove to me you're creative or you're gone. Like, no, it's more of a playful back and forth kind of thing. It's like, oh, well, I'll just prove it to you right now. And then you do it and you're like, wow, how did I do that? Yeah, because 10 of Pentacles, you are meant to create a solid, stable, secure legacy in this realm now, in this life. And I really do see you not being alone doing this, even though she's alone here. She's got all her riches and everything. This is very Queen of Pentacles embodied here on the 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles card, which is interesting. But it's almost like you don't need someone to complete you. But it's almost like the second you decide that and really start proving that in your own life, maybe that's your prove it. You're proving to yourself, I'm a queen. I don't need anybody. And I can do all of these things I've always dreamed of without having someone else. That's when this person comes in. That's what maybe you're proving it to yourself and you're like, oh, wow, I can do it. Oh, wow. Wow. That is powerful. Let's just see one more about this life for Katie, how this past life correlates with that other life. Birds of a feather. Yeah. And we got the 25 here. So this is very spiritual. So you and this future significant other, or if you do have someone now, it's like you're just elevating your connection with this person. They will be very like-minded to you, very spiritual, very tuned in, very ready to learn about their own skills. That's actually what I'm going through lately. I'm actually being happy saying, oh, good. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So maybe, just maybe, this person might just be quite possibly real close at hand. Let's just see. Is Katie's future partner, I don't know. They don't like time frames, but let's just see. Let's just see what they want to give us. Oh my God. The king to the queen that I was talking about here. Of course, it's the 10 of Earth, but like I was talking that this was the Queen of Pentacles and you got the King of Pentacles. So he's out there. He's out there and he wants to help create this 10 of Pentacles. You don't have to do it alone, but you wanting or just feeling you have to prove it to yourself is what will help bring him in. Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming that. Wow, that was so powerful. I love that. What a magical reading. Katie always has the coolest past life, man. I wish my past lives were that cool. So cool. All right. So up next, you are so welcome. Absolutely. Is that the right way? Yes. Okay. So up next, we've got Steph Freeman art. Go ahead and post your question. Put these away. Whoa. And then up after that, we've got Burma and then Pika Lee. Just double check my list. Looks like we're on track. Here we go. All right, Steph Freeman art is next. Okay. I'm just reading the chat. You guys are just having fun, hanging out. Is Steph here? Let's just make sure she's here. Is Steph Freeman art in the house? me just double check that she didn't leave a note that she had to go or something. No, I don't see that. Sorry, I'm just clearing all the phlegm from my throat. I know TMI, but it happens when you talk. All right. Let's see. So between Steph Freeman art and Burma, just let me know you're here. I already have your question, I believe. I think you left it in your note on PayPal. Burma's here. Okay, so we're gonna go into Burma's reading, and then we will get to Steph Freeman next when she shows up, and then Pika Lee's on deck. All right, go in with Burma. And she just wanted to know whatever spirit has for her. Let's just give her the goods. Ooh, we've got some justice. There's your energy right there, Miss Libra. Number 11 here. We've got some justice coming in hot. So justice, did you not, Burma, did you not get a justice card yesterday? I can't recall exactly. I'm pretty sure you did. It was the one where she was peeking out from the blindfold. Was that your reading yesterday? I don't know. They were all so mystical and magical. They kind of started to run together after I tried to recall them later on in the day. But if that was you, this is just clarity or clarification that this is maybe a continuation of yesterday's reading, possibly. Yes, it was you. All right, what else? We've got King of Fire, King of Wands, but I'm really reading this as your energy. Of course, I think we did tune into that divine masculine, balance of divine masculine, divine feminine energy with you yesterday, because that's a lot of times what justice does result in when it's just our energy we're talking about. Balancing divine masculine and divine feminine. But this is saying that maybe you're really tuning or tapping into that divine masculine to really get the ball rolling. This could look like you really taking that new healing modality the distance, and then creating a website and like getting the word out, marketing yourself. Those are all very masculine energies where you're putting yourself out there and putting the effort forward. But also just feeling more inspiration from the divine, and then you taking action on that inspiration, and also as a result inspiring other people to do the same. And we have a heart here, so I'm really reading this as an expansion of the heart chakra, which, as we both know, one of the extensions of the heart chakra are the hands, which you do work with your hands for healing. So I'm seeing another big old level up with your healing abilities coming up very soon, where you're really bringing them online. We also have the Seven of Earth or Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about you just being a little bit patient with yourself as you learn new things, as you put yourself out there, that it's not all just going to happen overnight, because obviously anything that just happens overnight, it doesn't usually last. But this is you creating a long-term legacy or a long-term goal that you're really taking the distance. I'm really called to use this enchanted map deck. So I'm going to shuffle it a few times, just because it is so new. Ooh, these shuffle like a dream. All right, let's try that again. Yes! I love when they shuffle good. Okay, what else does Burma need to know right now, please, Spirit? Bone collector. And isn't this interesting? Let's take a gander here. It's almost like the same dude, but he shaved his beard and his hair. Doesn't he look very similar? But just minus all the hair. It's very similar. And this is the number one. Again, this is a very new to me deck, so I'm going to get the book. I think there's maybe a really telling message in here that you're going to know what it means for you, Burma. And this is the deck I'm working with right now, if anyone wants to know. So number one, the Bone Collector. I'm going to assume it's toward the beginning here, unless it's put into different categories. No, it's here. So it says, when the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you, oh, she's an elder lady, and this is an elder man. So that's interesting. So it's like balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. But I'm like, wow, I thought it was a man, but it's a she. Looks very much like him. So she's just embodying both, balancing them out. Oh, that's powerful. She is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reaching out of past or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth. Oh, accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave in certain ways in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. Yeah, wow. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized. The bone collector reminds you that with truth, that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless potential. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find that you have it after all. Anything is possible with awareness. The wounds of the past need not define you. This really resonates with that emotion code. Just saying. Just saying. So I think you do have all the skills you need to overcome any limiting beliefs about yourself, about your own healing abilities, about being able to make money, doing what you love, healing of and helping other people. Wow. And this can really expand your market rather than you having to physically put your hands on someone to massage them. You could then take online clients. This could literally just open a whole new world of opportunity for you by not limiting it to just local people. That could really expand things for you. And I'm also seeing that too, like with your art, being able to create things and then sell that online, not just in the local area as well. So yeah, it's kind of a double message you're getting here. Now let's go to the Dragon Oracle. I think that's what this one's called. It's a new one as well. Find the box to it. Oh yes, the Dragon Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. So cute. All right. Anything else Burma needs to know, please, Spirit? Okay. The white gold dragon from Lyra. Yes, that Lyran energy coming in hot. That's your cat people. Burma's really a cat person. So yes, you probably do have those ties to Lyra, which it makes a lot of sense why you wanted to see the planet Earth, Burma, because Lyra was a planet that was destroyed. I'm a Lyran starseed. Lunar's a Lyran starseed. I know there's others here. I can't recall right off the top of my head. But this is kind of where we originated. Well, we all originate from Source, obviously, but like our first incarnations, a lot of us were on Lyra, which was destroyed. And many of us were incarnated on and left and were on a ship and watched it be destroyed from afar. Still have like nightmares about that. But this card, White Gold Dragon from Lyra, connects you to the highest Christ light. Oh, my mom's calling me. I should let her know I'm live. I'm going to do that real quick. Sorry, just one quick second. Hello? Hey, I'm live. What? Hi. I'm going to contact her after my live. So, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just message you over on Messenger when I figure it all out. All right, I love you. All right, bye. Cool. Okay. So yes, this does connect you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in ninth dimensional Christ light. So yeah, that is you just tuning into that higher aspect of yourself. Absolutely. But again, having some patience with that because, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't dismantled in a day, right? So this is about taking action, but not expecting overnight results constantly, which, I'm guilty of that. I'll like, oh, I made this thing. And then it just kind of crickets like, oh, okay. I'll just make this other thing. And it's not always about getting that recognition, that's not what I'm saying. But a lot of times that recognition does help keep us going. And it's not even recognition by other people, it's recognition by ourselves. That's what we really need to tune into and make the most important here. I want to get one more. Anything else dear Miss Burma needs to know, please, Spirit? You are so welcome. Absolutely. We also have clarity. So you're getting clarity. You're not going to be so confused and wondering about, well, what is my next step? Or I don't really know what all to do. Your clarity is I almost see this, like, if you just look at it from here, it almost looks like a close-up of, like, a Christmas bulb on a Christmas tree, doesn't it? So it's like you're getting your clarity before the Christmas or holiday season is over, right? You're getting your clarity, and it's almost like the multicolored Christmas lights are kind of flashing off of a silver bulb. Does not look like that? I don't know what it's supposed to be instead, of bubble maybe? I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing is just almost like this is happening soon, like at least getting the ball rolling, haha, no pun intended, getting that ball rolling, but also still having the patience to really see it through, to really let it expand in your life. Wow. And then we also have on the back of this dragon deck, the green gold dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway and learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. And that's exactly what you are when you're a healer. You're transmitting sacred knowledge that the body can heal itself. But of course, a lot of times we need facilitators and someone to act as a medium or a vessel through which this healing energy will flow, which is exactly what you are. So, wow, that's so powerful. I love that so much. Yeah, you're going after it. You're no longer just going to sit on the porch watching the big dogs run around. You're going to go get out there with them. Not that you've just been sitting around on your butt. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. Your potential is really coming online. That's what I mean by that. You're not settling for crumbs. You deserve the whole cake. Which is funny because we have that card in this deck. Let's just shuffle, get a self-care message, how Burma can accomplish some things. Well, we have needs and priorities. So just prioritizing your needs, which sounds counterintuitive. Like, I don't have enough time to sit around, prioritizing my needs. I got to plan. I got to do this thing and then that thing and that thing. But remember, balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine. Balancing all that doing with then stepping back, resting, relaxing, receiving. Yes. I love it. All right, Burma. All right, Steph Freeman art is next, and then Pika Lee is on deck. Check this thing. Nope, we're still good. We're still up to date. So we are coming to a close on the live stream today. If you did want a guaranteed reading, you can always send a donation. Otherwise, I will catch you again on this channel on Wednesday. We still have a little bit to donate because we still have 2 more readings to get through. So probably another, 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see. All right. From all the decks that I have. Oh, you have all those decks. That's so cool. Well, I'm glad. Now when those come out, that'll just kind of reconfirm. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm on my mission. I'm on my path. Yeah, there was another deck you have that. I can't remember what it's called. It's in a blue box, I think. Let me look. No, it's in a green box. The Psychic Tarot for the Heart. I have that somewhere. It's not in the box. It must be in my organizer. But every time I use that, Burma, I think of you. Yeah, here it is. Duh. I knew it was there. There it is. I love that deck too. And I don't use it very often, which is really weird because I love it. I'll use it for this next reading. How about that? All right, Steph Freeman. Okay, so let's see. Is this your question here that you posted? So energy has been crazy. I think I'm going through an awakening. Grounding, center, and protecting, doing all of it. How else can I grow this? Feeling crazy a little. Okay. Aren't we all? Yeah, we're all doing a bit of a level up. Oh, it looks like we've got a, oh, wow. We've got a donation coming in from Jessie. She wants to do a past life reading with you and Pika Lee. I can see it, and it's going to be eye-opening for all 3 of us. Okay, so that'll be cool. Yeah, because, usually if we come into contact in this life, there's a reason for it. And there would be past life connections a lot of times. Not always, but we'll see if there is. So let me just add Jessie to the list again. And then we'll get into Steph Freeman's question. So she feels like she's been going through an awakening. How can she grow this? Grounding, centering, and protecting, doing all of it. Feeling crazy. What does she need to know? Okay, wow. Yeah, This is interesting because this one came out in reverse, and I'm pretty sure this is just all one way. No, I lied. There are reversals in here, so we'll just read them as such. So this is, I believe, the Five of Pentacles. I always forget because the colors mean pentacles or air. Like, I know that's air. I know the blue is air. I'm pretty sure this is pentacles. Yeah, because feeling alone, feeling lost. So we've got here helpless and hopeless. This is maybe how you've been feeling. This is Eight of Swords energy, just feeling stuck in one place, maybe even kind of deciding, oh, it'd be nice to do this or it'd be nice to do that, but like, I don't even know how to take the first step or which one would be better. Just kind of feeling a little stuck or lost or stagnant. But then that coming out with this one in reverse, because upright, it would be, of course, also feeling lonely on top of feeling helpless and hopeless. But you got it in reverse, which is so good because it's like this feeling is turning around for you. It's like you're turning that frown upside down, right? So this is good. You're coming out of this. It's almost, I'm reading hermit energy. If we just take all that out, this is very hermit vibes. You know, the hermit with the lantern, lighting their own way from that inner light shining out. Doing the introspection, learning about themselves, focusing on their own self-care, self-love, their talents, their gifts. So it's really, to me, you're going to start feeling more connected to those around you, finding like-minded souls, either in real life, by real life, I mean like in person, or maybe even online. Because a lot of times we think, oh, I know them in real life. Well, you know the people online in real life too. You just haven't met them in person. It's always funny when people are like, oh, I know them in real life. It's like, well, online is technically real life too. You actually energetically know somebody. It's just, you don't know them in person, but you know them in this life. But you may be meeting people that are, more like-minded, either in person or online. It goes both ways. You could probably meet a mixture. Frown upside down, love it. Yes. But to me, this almost has like a hermit mixed with a Six of Swords vibe. So meeting like-minded people, your high vibe tribe, meeting them online. What else do we have for Steph Freeman? Yes, because you're rebuilding. This is a Tower card, but it's such a beautiful depiction of the Tower because it's like she's building and rebirthing herself from the inside out. And she doesn't look sad or horror-stricken or terrified that this tower's coming down. She's the one bringing it down because what she's been experiencing has been making her feel helpless and hopeless. So she's like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to detonate those feelings, detonate the tower of my own life so that I can feel more connected to others around me. Wow, that is really powerful. Let's get more clarification on this tower for Steph Freeman. And two, this just might be feeling like you've been feeling a little bit like a tower moment in your life, or maybe a lot bit of a tower moment in your life. But yeah, you're mastering things. And I don't even remember what the number 15 is in the tarot. Does someone know? I can't believe I'm spacing on this. I usually know. What the heck? Let me get the book. It's probably going to be so obvious. I'm just like, what is happening to my life? Okay. So devil, I bet it's devil, right? Because we got keywords of fear, identity, release, negativity, freedom, and love. I don't know. Can someone confirm that it is the devil? It's got to be. I didn't see for sure, but I'm pretty sure now that I remember the devil did add up to 6. Now okay, it's all coming back to me. Yeah, so the devil card. So yeah, it's those internal beliefs. This is the lower octave of the devil, at least on my channel. I always call the Eight of Swords the lower octave of the devil, so it makes sense. And it's letting your heart out of the cage. It's really expanding that heart chakra, and that's perfect right now because all of these energies that are coming in are having us do just that. We're feeling those heart palpitations or the tightening in our chest, which you think, well, if my chest feels tightening, it's like it's closing in, but no, it's really opening up, but it makes it feel tight, which kind of seems kind of backwards, but like, believe me, energetically speaking, it makes it feel a tightening when it's starting to expand too. This is good though, because you're bringing this down. You're bringing these limiting beliefs or lack mentalities or maybe just subconscious programming. You're examining it for what it is and realizing it's just fear. It's false evidence appearing real that you've believed about your life. And you're saying, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm bringing it down to rebuild something that is actually going to serve my highest good, my highest potential. So once Steph really does this inner work to bring these walls down, what do we get? What do we get for her after that? Yes, we've got rest and reconsider. So this is the Nine of Swords. So we can't go over it. We can't go under it. We got to go through it. Feel it to heal it, to deal with it, Steph. So this is letting you know, though, you are at the end of that cycle. You're so close to closing out all of this other stuff that it just feels really good to me that you are finally able to come out of this, because look, you're taking the lead. Look at this. You are moving forward with something that is going to blow you away and blow us away, blow everyone away. This is you feeling into your heart and taking the lead. I'm wondering, are these wands? I'm wondering. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got the box out. I probably should have used a deck that I knew better. Let's see. So this is the 3. That must be cups. Sorry. Stand by. It feels very 3 of Wands. That's like forward momentum, taking action, travel, all of that. But let's just see. That must be. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm getting from it anyway. It's just you being the master of your own reality. Instead of being the master keeping your heart caged away, you're expanding and opening it up and just letting it hit everybody. Putting in that work, absolutely. This is what you're doing. You're taking the lead and you're allowing your heart to lead the way. And instead of closing your heart down thinking, oh, this will never happen anyway, why bother? You're like, what if? What if? Because you're really examining a lot of those limiting beliefs that you've had. Because love abounds. I'm going to say this is the Ace of Cups. I'm pretty sure. But the Ace of Pentacles is what I meant. No, I meant Ace of Cups. Gosh, the colors, because I want to say green is earth energy, but it's in this, I think it's the cup energy. So just, yeah, forget what I'm saying. But it's like you are opening your third eye. I'm really reading this single eye here as that third eye energy and just knowing what's meant for you, but also heart chakra vibes with this Ace of Cups, self-love, letting your own heart out of the cage and opening yourself back up to love. Most specifically, Steph, if you are single and thinking, well, I'll never find someone, you're shifting that dynamic of, well, I'm just, I guess, meant to go through life alone, if that is your case. Or if you are with someone and maybe things just have felt like caged away, because either way, I'm really seeing this energy in your life for whatever it is, however it resonates. I'm really picking this up. Could even be your self-love, love of yourself, but you're closing that out. You're changing that. You're bringing on this new love to your life, which is so powerful. Let's get the Sacred Traveler. Anything else Steph Freeman needs to know, please, Spirit? Unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Yeah, and once you expand out of what you've done or where you've been, it will feel like unknown territory, but this is very North Node or Rahu energy. This is you stepping into the unknown because you're meant to experience new things in this life. You're meant to go toward your destiny. And I just got this chill of excitement that just ran down my spine. Like something new is going to come on your radar very, very quickly. I would say before February 2022, which in my opinion, yeah, that's still like a couple months away, but like in spirit terms, like that's very quickly. That is going to shake the foundation of what you know, but it's actually going to serve you. It may be a bit of a tower moment in your life, but you're going to see the blessing in disguise about what this is, because it's going to put you on a whole new path that feels new and exciting, that's no longer limited by the old version of you or the old version of how you showed up in your own life. Wow. This is pretty powerful. Yeah, this is what this awakening is all about. But a lot of times when we are leveling up spiritually, we have these little dark nights of the soul, or sometimes big dips down into the dark night of the soul. If you've never heard Steph Freeman of the dark night of the soul, you can look into that. But basically, we're going in deep to really face a lot of our trauma, our wounds, the past, because we've got to go through that and feel it, to heal it, to deal with it, to release that from our lives, to be able to then bring those opportunities that are meant for us. And then we have in the flow. So everything is smooth sailing. So once you step into this unknown territory, I mean, he's not all crunched in on himself, like, I'm scared, I'm nervous. He's like looking up in wonder and awe. It's a very full energy, very childlike sense of wonder, excitement, big eyes, looking around like, wow, this is so amazing. I could do anything. And then also with the in the flow card here, wow. And this to me, depending where you're at, northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, depending where you're at, this feels like a winter time to me. I know in the northern hemisphere we're experiencing winter, but if you are in the southern hemisphere, this could look like about between now and 6 months from now, you're really starting down a new path. But if you're already in winter now or coming into it, it's going to be 3 days from now, December 21st, the solstice. Um, this is going to be you just stepping into that kind of new timeline or new, more spiritual version, leveled up version of yourself, and then really expanding that over the next 6 months, regardless of where you're at in the world. Northern, yeah, yeah. This to me feels like what you've recently experienced with the spiritual awakening, spiritual level up, is taking you on a whole new journey. And I just heard that song by Steppenwolf, Magic Carpet Ride. I don't know if you've heard that. It's from the 70s. Maybe listening to that. Um, maybe the lyrics. Maybe there's something in that song. Wow. And then surrendering to the journey, release control. So in the flow, being in that state of surrender. Yes. Wow. And look, all this stuff about territory, journeys, and flowing and traveling. Maybe there's some travel in your future as well. Wow. All right, I want to get one more from this deck. I just love this, what we're getting for you. And then rejuvenating rain, all that water, that emotion. This is you tapping into those inner waters of emotion within you that have always been there. You're clearing the past to heal the present. This is exactly what we've been talking about the whole time. I got my arm flapping at you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, mic drop. This is pretty much what we've been leading up to, talking about healing. Can't go over it, you can't go under it, you gotta go through it. And opening that heart, detonating your own tower moments. This is all leading you back to your inner beauty, your inner amazingness, your soul, bringing that purity, that inner child back out to play, to be creative, to live in the world, not afraid of their emotions, but feeling into it. Oh my gosh, this is so masterful. And I have major chills again, again. Always making me cry in a good way. Oh, I am so excited for you because I keep hearing in my mind, this is such a long time coming for Steph. This is such a long time coming. And you just diving into the depths of your own soul, your own inner environment, doing the work, facing the shadow, rescuing that inner child from the dragon within, and just bringing that inner child along for the ride, integrating it into your day-to-day life. Like, this is going to level everything up for you. And of course, it might feel a little unknown to you at first, but as you get going on your path, it's going to feel like home to you. It really will. Wow. I just want to get one more. We're going to go to the, oh my gosh, I already forgot. Priestess of Light, Priestess of Light, Priestess of Light Oracle. I'm saying it 3 times, so I will brainwash myself to remember what this deck is called. And we also have for you balance, stability, and standing firm. So you are getting, as you rebuild this tower, you're building a tower that is now on a stable, firm foundation that is supported by your higher self, your guides, your angels, and your crossed over loved ones, because they are all helping support and guide you down these next steps, this beautiful path that you're forging for yourself. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like there's maybe a bit of a path drawn out between these different pieces of woods here going on. But maybe up the road here, the path is gonna narrow a little bit. And you're gonna have to kind of forge your own path for a while. And it might at times make you go back into thinking, oh no, I'm back to feeling helpless and hopeless again. But then you just have to start the cycle all over and remember, love abounds always. And that devil energy, you're releasing, it's almost like an onion, your heart, expanding your heart is like releasing one more layer to let it get a little bit bigger, and then another layer to get a little bit bigger. So it's like the whole time we're incarnated as humans, we never just arrive. We're always next step, next step, next step. And sometimes that can feel daunting or like exhausting, just thinking of all the work and surrender that we have to do every day for the rest of our lives. But we can look at it that way. That would be very devil way to look at our lives. Or we can look at every new day, every new moment, every new problem, or as I call them, opportunity for growth that comes our way. We can see it through the eyes of love, through the lens of love, and further then unlock that cage or those layers around our heart that are keeping us feeling helpless and hopeless and stuck and small, and really help us feel more connected to people. And also you taking the lead in your own life and saying, I'm not going to be the master to that devil energy anymore. I'm going to be the master to or allow my soul to be the master of my life. Wow. Oh my goodness, Steph Freeman, big hugs, big, big hugs. This is amazing. A work in progress. That is me. Yes. And it should be all of us. But many people I know, just in my own little small hometown, I do know many people. My grandma was one of them, for the whole time I've known her, since she was 51 years old until she passed away at 90 years old last year. She was 51 when I was born, almost 52, I believe, or she had just turned 52, one of the two. I don't know, 51, 52 years old. But she was very much the same exact person the whole time I knew her. Me as an adult, me as a child, me as a whatever. Yeah, I take those authentic versions along for the ride, but I'm nothing like the person I was even 5 years ago, as far as, being set in my ways and stuck and still judging people from the past for things they did. Like, I just have to keep leveling up and stepping into my heart. And I see you much the same way, Steph. Like, maybe even people that knew you in high school don't even recognize who you are, because you're just leveling yourself up every step of the way. It's really beautiful. Oh, you don't know why you heard the Kelly Clarkson Breakaway song in your head. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. But when that happens to me, I always take it as a message from spirit. I always, even if I think I know the song, I'll still go read the lyrics and listen to it. Oh, you donated. That was the one that popped up. Awesome. Let's get Lunar on the list. Let me get you on here. Lunar. Thank you so much. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. All right. Let me get these put away. So up next, we have Pika Lee. So I'm wondering if she has come up with her question yet, or if she was just leaving it open to spirit. Let us know what your question is, and we'll get right into that. I'm going to kind of stagger these back into the deck one by one by one. I've always done that. Like, even when I was in high school back in the 90s in tarot, I couldn't, like, if I took this much, I mean, that's a nice little stack. I couldn't just plop them into the deck and hope for the best. Like, I always had to stagger them back in to kind of mix it all up. I don't know why. Anyone else do that? Or do you deal out a bunch of cards and just put them on top and shuffle them in that way? I don't know. To me, it's like, well, if I was dealing off the top, I used to deal off the top. Now, if anything, I deal off the bottom or just let them fly out. But I was just like religious about just only pulling off the top as a younger person. But the one thing that has remained the same in my tarot journey is me staggering them back into the deck. It's not for me necessarily. If spirit picks me, that's awesome. But that's the 20 I found on the ground before. Oh, that's so cool. They're picking you. I can already tell you. Oh, you do both ways? Yeah, I mean, I guess there have been times. Like, if I'm in a big hurry or something, I'll just put them all on the deck. But I always keep that mental note that I'm really going to shuffle that bad boy before I get into it again. It's like I don't know, just this weird trigger within me that's like, they have to all be very, very, I guess, coincidental in their popping out, or their, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably rambling about it at this point, but I think you guys know what I mean. All right, Pika Lee. Oh gosh, where do I start? Start wherever you feel called to start. How about there? Okay. And I think we're going to let's get the Vice Versa Tarot out. That's one Lunar got me. She got me this Vice Versa Tarot, which I absolutely love. Because one depiction is kind of the traditional one, and then one is another view of it, which this one's very similar. It's just night and day. Very divine masculine, divine feminine energy, because divine masculine ruled by the sun, divine feminine ruled by the moon. Let's get one that's very different with 2 depictions. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of your more traditional view, and then this is more modern, updated version of it. I like that. I've used this deck mostly just in the live streams. I think I did use it on 1, maybe 2 Pika card readings that I've done since you gave me this lunar, but I love it. And I did use it in 1 personal reading for myself and in a couple of private readings that I've done. So I'm getting some distance out of it already. And I use this one. I want to say I use this in the January reading, I think. Pretty sure. And another one. Oh, I use it a lot on Patreon. I've used it probably 3 times on Patreon because I just love it. And when my camera's up here and the lighting situation is like tabled down, like you can really catch the flare without the glare, because like here you really get that glare. I'd rather catch the flare than the glare. But when it's tabled down or like from top down, it reads really beautifully on camera. You can kind of see the holographic flash of it here a little bit. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this is the Weaver Tarot by Threads of Fate. If you go to threadsoffate.com, and they're a little more pricey, hence why I probably never bought it for myself, and Lunar thought she would buy it. But they have multiple, like they'll have this same picture, and they're all on holographic paper, but I know there's a deck where they're all black with not gold, but it's like a silver holographic, and you get the more prismatic effect with the cards, but they're black cards, like faces, and then you get the flash even with the like darker depiction, and then this is silver, and then they make a whole bunch of others, but I love the kind of matte finish on the gilding there rather than just the, like, let's see, Doreen Virtue. Well, this is so old it's pretty much worn off, but you can kind of see it more on the top. It's a very shiny gold gilding, whereas this is a more matte. See, you can it's still got a glittery sparkle to it, but it's not so in your face bright like with that light, how it's catching, which is nice for dealing on camera because you can kind of catch the, it's blown out, it's bright. All right, Pika Lee. She's got her question out, I think, for the most part. Czar Enabler, yes. All right, so let's see. Pika Lee says, where do I start? So this month has been busy, been working like crazy, weird, strange illnesses, but finally feeling like myself and feeling like a boss. Awesome. Was overwhelmed, but now finding balance. Also had this strange sensation where the back of my neck felt cold and felt like someone was touching me. Vivid dreams too, and someone communicating with me. Spirit have something to tell me? What is going on? All right, let's just feel into all of these changes. Well, they're telling me, this is interesting. They're telling me specifically with the kind of strange illnesses that you've had. Let me read it again, what you exactly said. Yeah, the weird, strange illnesses. This was your body energetically cleaning house, cleaning out dead cells, cleaning out things just aren't serving you, toxins, maybe heavy metals. And one of the best ways for our bodies to really go into hyperdrive with the immune system is to give us a cold or some sort of like virus, maybe even too. So really, it's interesting, we have this whole thing going around right now, the pandemic. This is actually, if you can look at it in a more positive light, when I got that, this is interesting because when I had the CV that's been going around the last pretty much almost 2 years now, or maybe over 2 years at this point in certain places in the world, but I had it in early, like February of 2022. And of course, when I had it, I was like really sick. And watching like certain things, I don't watch the news, but just seeing certain like truth channels and stuff on on YouTube, talking about what was going on in Wuhan, and I'm freaking out like, man, my heart really goes out to those people because what I have is bad. I can't imagine what they're going through. And then like realizing that I had what they had because I didn't lose my sense of taste and smell, but I had like soapy, almost metallic taste in my mouth, and it still kind of comes and goes randomly, like once or twice a month. Like I'll just taste that again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Um, but the guidance that I got was this virus, depending on any conspiracies, left, right, center, anything, is actually serving to help clear things from the body that may otherwise, like with me personally, like I can't clear heavy metals, but it's interesting that I'm tasting metal in my mouth. um my body has never been able to process metals, and maybe something has switched with my DNA to where maybe now I can. I don't know. But sometimes these strange illnesses, or what we're labeling of calling the pandemic, could actually be serving to help our bodies level up and uplift us to clear out a lot of that deeply seated clutter that's maybe just been accumulating toxins and chemicals and heavy metals and all sorts of who knows what, and just really allowing our bodies to do some major house cleaning. That's my take on it. And just the common cold does a really good job of that. Whenever I get a common cold, I'm actually kind of thankful for it, because I know my body's just going to town cleaning things out, and I just do what I can to keep it going. So let's tune in specifically for Pika Lee. What were these strange illnesses? What were all these spiritual experiences? What's going on with her? Oh, since she was born, like iron and soap. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yes. Don't be concerned. I'm hearing don't be concerned. It might be connected, maybe just, I don't know, energetically speaking, but we've got here the Queen of Cups. So, yes, you are really tuning in. And isn't she gorgeous? I think this is probably my favorite card in the deck. And this is the card they actually used to put on the front of the box. I think she's just stunning. I just love this. But this is you really stepping into your like empathic abilities, your psychic abilities, just knowing what you're here to do on this planet. Even if you don't quite understand everything you're seeing or getting or hearing, just knowing that you're tuning into something beyond this realm is very important for you to know. Wow, I am a gifted person. I am a gifted, limitless spiritual being having this wonderful human experience. That can sometimes make us forget that we are this wonderful, limitless being having this human experience. So, this is just you, even if you don't understand everything. This is just you embodying and knowing that, you know what? I think I know that there's something beyond this world. And there's been plenty of proof in my, aura lately to know that there's just something else going on right now. Wow. All right, what else is going on for Pika Lee with all these experiences? Anything they want to talk about with this illness or anything else? Woo! So we've got the Chariot, but it was the back end of the Chariot. So it's almost like you're on the way. Because on the front, they're still deciding, well, what way am I going? What way am I going? We're just following, but like the world is trying to catch up to you now. Like you're already on it. You're on the path. You're going forward, gung ho, ready to go. And this is a success card too. So we're just following on the coattails of your success. We just also got a one card read for Cheyenne. Awesome. So I will add you to the list as well. Thank you so much. Let me add you. There we are. Okay. So yeah, you're on the way, and there's Cancer energy at your back, or it's got your back. So if you don't know of a prominent Cancer, if you don't have much Cancer in your chart, this could just be representative of the fourth house, which is your mother. Your mother's got your back. She's like 100% behind you, ready to support you in anything you're doing. Let's just see what else is going on for Pika Lee. All right, Pika Lee. Yes, then we have the Strength here. Look at that. And you're literally facing those inner, tough points or sticking points, the hard things in life. You're really facing that and looking at it's not like the expression looking a gift horse in the mouth. To me, it's almost like you're staring down like Daniel in the lion's den kind of vibe. Like you're like, yeah, I know you can't hurt me. Like you might think you can, but like I got this. And this is really tuning in. Oh, you're Cancer Mars. Yeah, so you're taking action. Mars is all about action. So this is just proving your Mars is really on and popping right now. Really helping propel you forward with all those things that you're meant to be doing in this life. And you are really tapping also into that Leo, which Leo is that ruled by the sun. So it's almost like your Mars and your sun are very active in your chart right now to, help you. And also the moon, because Cancer is traditionally ruled by the moon. So your moon, your sun, and Mars, which is interesting because Mars has just passed let's see, the south node, I believe. But Mars is actually, like, the transit of Mars is leading up to, on December 30th into the 31st, going to pass the eclipse point, and that's going to be where a lot of crazy things are going to break loose kind of in the collective. um yeah, but your Mars is like, it's like on another timeline. It's on a whole other mission. It's like, I mean, look, because the path here, it's like it's very stable, it's very secure. But look, the depiction you got, like the cosmos is under your feet. The cosmos is supporting you as a foundation too, like your own star family. Oh, Aquarius moon, that's amazing. Wow. All right, what else for Pika Lee? I'm like, y'all can try me if you want, but ain't nothing gonna get into me. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's what we got here. You're moving full steam ahead. There's nothing that's gonna stop this Knight of Swords. He is on the move. He is full steam ahead. But you already have a plan. It's not like you're gonna run out of steam. I mean, yes, you will take these moments where you're backing off and resting, relaxing, receiving, right? Because that is a feminine energy with Cancers to be very receptive too. But you're knowing when to move and when to pull back. That's the beauty here, is you're not waiting around for external cues as to when to do that. You're just knowing, because that knowing is coming from within, that inner strength. All right, what else for Pika Lee? Anything about these spiritual experiences? Yes, but we've got the back end here of the Four of Wands. So this is almost like you are watching a lot of people in your life have happy lives. Not to say you're not having a happy life, but you really are supportive of those in your life that are, getting married, celebrating birth of children, celebrating a lot of things. And it's like, maybe once before, I really don't see this too much with you though, Pika Lee. Maybe before you may have been like jealous. I won't say jealous outright, but like just kind of, oh, well, where's mine? I'd love to experience that too. It's more now, I really see you rarely would dip into that kind of thing and be envious or jealous. I really don't see you operating that way. But as humans, we all can tend to sometimes dip into that a little bit. But I just see you as just seeing everyone around you doing well, and you're just so happy about it because if there's happiness out there for them, there's definitely happiness out there for me as well. Oh, your friend is about to get engaged next week. Well, there you go. That's just confirmation of how happy you are. And seeing all of this play out in your world, that's a reflection of what's going on inside of you as well. So you're able to see that, to where eventually it's going to be you in the crosshairs of love and unions and all of that. All right, what else? I actually want to go over here. There goes my tarot for the heart box. All right, what else is going on? With Pika Lee, anything Spirit wants her to know about all these spiritual experiences, illnesses, just anything going on. Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, your mission uncovered, and don't give up. Same. Look at this. It's almost like this is the foundation of this. Like, how crazy is that? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Obviously two completely different decks, but like I had said, like the power of the cosmos is behind you or under you, more specifically. And then there it is. It's like you are that beacon of light shining into the 3D world or the material world. I won't even say 3D world because many of us are more operational in the 4D world, which can be a crazy, crazy place as well. But then, it is kind of that bridge from 3D to 5D where a lot of us are heading. But this is just you on mission, on point. And as you get more of these spiritual experiences, you will be uncovering more and more of your life mission, your life purpose, and knowing what's up for you. Kind of feel bad that I blocked. Oh, wait. Dang, that's right on point. I've been definitely having nostalgia and feel new energy coming. Been also thinking of Scorpio and Leo a lot lately. Kind of feel bad I blocked them with no explanation. Also feel like that's what they get for giving zero effort. Yeah. And there's something that I read recently that really resonated with me. I mean, think of any time you've been really infatuated with someone, almost nothing could keep you from calling that person, hanging out with that person, thinking about that person. And when that's the case, even if you're busy, you still check in every chance you get. Like, I just look back to the early days of dating my now husband, obviously. But I mean, we had mutual friends that were just constantly on us. Like, we couldn't get away from them. So, and I've said this before in one of the live streams many, many moons ago. Um, but we actually, for our first date, we had to just sneak away. We made a secret plan. I didn't have a cell phone or anything. This was back in 2004, people. Um, but we made a plan after school because we were going to college together. We made a plan after school to meet somewhere, and then like from there we just hung out the evening. And he had a cell phone, but I didn't have a cell phone, so it's not like our friends could call us. But they were just always around, so they would just follow us from place to place or whatever. But we just had to kind of sneak away and be like, okay. So it's like when you are that priority to someone, you'll know. Like, you'll know. And yeah, he would make excuses about being at work and stuff, Scorpio would. And it's like, yeah, nah. Bye, boy. I'm not doing this. This isn't good. Let's get one more. One more for Pika Lee. Anything else she needs to know? But this next person wanting to come in, I know they will, you know, really almost shape their life around you, but not like in an obsessive way, in a healthy way. Like, not, let's not get it twisted. Like, you're going to be healthy with your level of attraction and affection, not let me completely shift my whole life to be in yours. Like, no, but very balanced, very healthy way of doing this. And then we also have solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, and willpower. And of course, there's a lot of solar activity going on currently and has been for months, if not years at this point, but it's just amping up, amping up, amping up. And right now, these last few days have been pretty crazy with all of that energy coming in. All right, Pika Lee, I hope that resonated for you. Thanks again for your donation. That was so magical. But yeah, you're on it. Just keep doing what you're doing, girl, because it's working and you're doing all the things. And it's amazing. Yeah, you're just going to keep leveling up those spiritual experiences with that Queen of Cups, too. So trust your intuition. And don't feel silly like, oh, I'm making this up, or what does this mean? Just, even if you don't understand it, just ask Spirit to illuminate what that means. You are so welcome. So much fun. All right. So up next, we've got... Oh, I did post it a moment ago, didn't I? I'm going to recopy my list. So up next, we got Jessie. And this is going to be a past life with Jessie, Pika Lee, and I. If we can tune into one that exists, we're going to find it. And if there's more than one that exists, we're going to ask for the most relevant of said past lives. That's most relevant to maybe how we met here or whatever. All right. So, all right. I'm wondering if the Fountain Tarot is it. I think it is. So over here. Here we go. So, past life with Jessie, Pika Lee, and I. The most relevant to how we know each other in this life or missions in this life, just whatever Spirit wants us to know, uncover today. So we'll get a card for Pika Lee, Jessie, me. How about that? So this was Pika Lee, Jessie. Apparently I want to steal the show here. There were a lot. Put those back and try again. I just want one card, please. One card, please. All right. Okay. So, Pika Lee is showing up as the High Priestess. Look at that queen. Yes. Jessie is showing up as the Knight of Wands. And I am showing up as the Five of Cups. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay, wow. You can see through this guy. No wonder I wanted to steal the show. I died. I died. I wasn't even there for most of it. So I died. And I'm really seeing, okay, so I'm seeing Pika Lee as, this is like a maternal energy, but she looks very much like Lady Gaga in a way, doesn't she? Just, you knew how powerful you were. You were female in this life. I'm reading Jessie as a masculine in this life, and she was the child of Pika Lee. And oh wow, and then I was the father of Jesse and the wife of Pika Lee. Oh my gosh, but I died. But I don't think that kept Jesse down because look at him. He is just living his best life. Oh wow. Yeah, so really the death of the father, me in this case, really did solidify your position, Pika Lee, to just step up to the plate and be the role model and do all the things for your son, who is Jesse in this case, and do everything you could to provide. And you were like a so they're showing me okay, so this is in the Philippines. Wow. What's considered like modern day Philippines, but this was like wow. So they're showing me there was a lot more land at the time because the plates shifted many times since then. Maybe a couple poles have shifted since then. This is like way pre-recorded history kind of time. But in the current area, they're showing me that it's partly underwater because it's like he's partly like I don't even know. Like he's standing next to a wall, but it's like partly covered. So it's like I'm almost reading this as the Philippines, and like part of it is underwater. Wow. So this is way pre-recorded history. Um, but you really they're showing me this isn't like tribal living. This to me feels very almost advanced civilization, kind of like what we would consider Lemuria or Atlantis. It could have been around the same time frame. Um, but just maybe part of Lemuria, part of Atlantis, I don't know. Part of something at the time, part of some land mass, because I guess we used to have a lot more land available than we do now. I think like 70% of the world is water at this point, but I think it used to be less. Um, but yeah, you were a mother and you really raised Jesse to embrace his gifts at the time, his slash her gifts, and um, almost okay. So they're showing me like a mystery school, some sort of mystery school, or a school where you were teaching a lot of children, not just the curriculum of the day, but also how to tune into their own abilities. All right, so let's get more in their life since I wasn't involved in much of it. While considering how to past life reading in Lemuria before. Wow. Let's just get some confirmation. Was this Lemuria? Okay, they're showing the Fool. So, wow. And it's almost like this person had to jump ship because it's almost like they're on an iceberg or something and they're like having to jump or take that leap from one place to another. So, this could have been right after the fall of Lemuria, maybe the next incarnation after that. And it came at the landmass of where modern day Philippines area is. Wow. But yeah, this is very new energy though, the Fool. So very newly after the fall of Lemuria, fall of Atlantis. Very much after that, but not by a lot. Yeah, wow. So it's almost like you guys were still operating in a pocket of more 5D energy, even though the vibration of the most of the earth by that point was down to 3D. You guys were still in one of these little vortex points or pockets of places where you still had access to your gifts and abilities of 5D. And coming in when you Pika Lee incarnated and also when Jesse incarnated, you knew the teachings of Lemuria. You were still gifted that and knew that, and it was part of the upbringing of children at the time. Wow, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what time frame, like in what we consider like recorded history, would be Lemuria, like right after Lemuria. I don't know. Yeah, time frames. Time's always been weird to me. I get time confused a lot. Like I think this one thing happened before this one thing, but like they've actually been like this one that I thought happened after happened like 1,000 years before. Like when we're talking like ancient history, like I have no idea of timelines at all. Just evaded me. I don't know. Circular stone houses. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, this is so weird because so many of us here in the chat have had ties like to Titanic. I bet we could all also uncover ties to Lemuria, ties to, Sirius, ties to all sorts of other places, both on this planet and off. I bet. Because one of the best ways we can come into contact with soul family is online, and that's how we've met each other. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I love this so much. All right, Lunar. Lunar is next. Wow. So cool. So Lunar, they want to read for you. That $20 was always meant for you. So here we go. What do you want to know, my dear? I feel like sticking with this fountain tarot. I said tower on accident. Oh no. Interesting. I don't think I was part of that. I think I wasn't in physical form then, but I was watching over. Yeah, most likely. I have specific thoughts in my head for possible questions, but I want to leave it fairly open to spirit. I'll elaborate my question depending on which way spirit takes it. I love that. Let's do that. After a healthy drink of water. All right. Ooh, I'm pulling the mermaid deck, so there's that. And I'm also pulling the Wisdom of the Oracle and Fountain Tarot. That's what we're going to rock with here. And I'm really thinking we're going to start with the Mermaid Tarot because I felt the need to announce it out, so there must be a reason why. All right. Anything Lunar needs to know, Spirit? Anything at all? Ooh, here we go. Discernment. Ooh. So something they want to talk about. This is going to maybe challenge your preconceived notions or what you once thought about whatever this reading is about, if that makes sense. Tuning into the truth rather than the illusion of truth is what I'm hearing. Ooh, what is this? I don't know. I think they want to go to the Titanic. It's just, I can't get away from it. 9 of Wands, yes. Oh my gosh, and this almost is like an iceberg. Look at that. Whether there really was one involved or not, I don't know. Maybe that's the question at hand here. Wow. She's like kind of looking at like, really? This is what we're going with? Wow. Discernment about the exact events of that night and what happened. Okay, what do they want to uncover? King of Wands. So you were in a power position, even though it appeared that you passed away in that life. You were actually, from a soul point or soul perspective, you were in way more control of what was going on than you thought. I'm seeing some sort of divine intervention. Lunar, I don't know about you. This is so crazy. I don't know about you, but every time I dream that I'm underwater, I can always breathe. Every time. Not one point in my life was I ever underwater and couldn't breathe in a dream. Not once. Let me know if that's the same for you. Because I'm thinking there was some sort of, in that Goodwin family. Yeah, this is where we really go off the rails and get out there. I got chills now. So in that Goodwin family, they're showing me Fae blood, but they're also showing me like mermaid connection as well. Of course, the Lyran connection. They're showing me there was a special circumstance taking place where we appeared to think, okay, this is it, because we did wake up. You know, things were chaotic enough around that we didn't just like die in our sleep. Same. And for a while as a child, would never worried about breathing underwater. Yeah, that's so crazy. But like this is, it's like we thought, you know, we're up to our necks here, like literally with it's a very murky, dark colored card here going on anyway too. But that's like some sort of intervention as far as they're not really focused now on what's going on around, you know, was it this or not, discernment, all that. They're really zooming in or honing in on the children and the family and you specifically. There was some sort of an intervention taking place. There was a materializing of some sort of guide or being that took us out some path. They're showing me, oh wow, they said it's a porthole, but it's a portal. Like what? A porthole which that's the little round windows you look out on the boat, but they say it was a portal. Wow. They're showing me too, though, the mother, the Goodwin mother. She was the one that I got major chills now too. I think her soul is here. Oh my gosh, I have major chills. Oh my god. Oh wow. Lunar, this is insane. What? Jay, my guide, Jae, Jay, right? She was our mother in that life. But she's not incarnated in this life. She's my guide. So most likely she's probably one of your guides too, because we're soul family, obviously. But the blood in our veins from our mother, the Goodwin mother, came from her, and she was there, and obviously, but not just her as the mother, but as her higher aspect as well. A much higher aspect of her acted as a guide through the porthole that acted as a portal to help us. They're showing inner earth. As weird as it is that we're thinking, oh, mermaids and some sort of rescue mission in that way, it's almost like we were there, then we weren't. Like we disappeared right through the portal. Inner earth, inner earth, inner earth, as I keep hearing, inner earth, inner earth. So this is it was like an orchestration, because once a decision is made in the 3D, in the reality that we see, it's like timelines are then set in motion, and spirit can then see those timelines. So once certain plans were made about this fateful night, right? It was set into motion in the spiritual realm that there are certain people that are incarnated that are on this ship right now, that this shouldn't be happening, but it is. But they couldn't. There were signs that the Goodwin mother kept getting. This is confusion. This is, I don't know what to believe. We have to go, but like I'm getting all these signs and synchronicities that we shouldn't get on the boat. But her logic won out, because it was just, they had to. There was something going on that they had to go. And wow, I just lost my train of thought. But like, there's so much coming at me at the same time. I'm just like, okay, but because she made the free will choice, because as humans we have free will, so spirit's like, okay, everybody get assembled. We've got a rescue mission in 3 hours. Let's go. However long it was. They had days rather than hours, but not much time in human standards, and pulled off this rescue mission with the help of mer people, with the help of inner earth beings, with the help of spirit, with the help also of higher selves coming in to help, and of course just that magic that was in the blood of those children, the Goodwin children, the Goodwin mother. They're showing me that so there may have been something with the baby, the little baby. Now you might know this more than I, Lunar, because I can't recall any of the details. Did they supposedly say they found the baby's body, or he was recovered and he was the only one from that family recovered? If that's the truth, or if that's what the story was, it was false. It was made up. There was no body. It was for sensational headlines, because just anything to really bring forward, instead of saying, oh, this whole family in third class died, that family of these people, this blah blah blah, to actually say we uncovered the baby, like that really pulls at people's heartstrings. And of course they like to harvest that fear energy that we emit. Oh, he was the only one recovered. Well, I don't think he was recovered, because he didn't die. He was transported from one place to another, along with, they're not showing me the Goodwin father going. He didn't have the capability, but all the Goodwin children and the mother, they went to inner earth because they had the capability to do so. The father wasn't so lucky. This is interesting, because they're showing me the father kind of freaking out, and it's almost like he wasn't in his right mind. Like he was like that fight or flight kind of took over him, and he's trying to fight his way through a bunch of other people. And at one point, you guys got lost from him. Can I ask who Ellie was? I think she might have been Sydney. Wow. I got chills just reading that. Major, major chills. So I would say probably yes. King of Cups, absolutely. Yes. And he did grow up. He did grow up to be. Look at these chills all over my arm. Can you see that? Not really from that vantage point. I don't know if you can see them. Oh my god. There they are. You can see them there. See those chills on my arm? um, yes, he grew up to be just, you know, living the dream. Just look, the waves crashing around him, but this is like inner earth. He went on to do really great things in that life. Wow. Wow. Message that John was sending. Let's see. Let's see. Seven of Wands. This is defending. I want to get a clarification on that. Two of Coins. Okay, this makes sense. I'm seeing like because it's soul family, we kind of have we have to use discernment. But when we come from the same oversoul, sometimes we can tune into a life that happened to anyone from that oversoul and think it was our lifetime or this person's lifetime or that person's lifetime. But I would go out on a limb to say Ellie and John are from the same oversoul, which will create the soul group, right? Kind of like a pyramid scheme of spirit. Yeah. So you could look at it either way because they both would probably have past lives of being Sydney, if that makes sense, because it's embedded in the oversoul's, I don't know, Akashic records. Does that make sense? Am I making that up? Does that make sense? Spirit's like, okay, John's here now too. He's laughing. He's like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh my gosh. That's so interesting. Wow. And then Seven of Swords. Yeah. And it's leaving the Two of Swords left. It's like, that's discernment right there. And then the Five of Swords is all the lies, deceptions about this life, this happening of the Titanic. It's like a Two of Swords mixed with a Five of Swords. And there were no winners, really. Yeah, it may have looked like those people that, pulled a fast one over and did a switch and a whatever, using your own discretion, discernment, whatever happened that night. But karmically speaking, there were no winners because these people, as they pass, they really have a lot to answer for what they did to create that night. So there was a reason I pulled this one. Let's just get one final message. Time to go. Yes, yes, yes. It was time. Because they're showing me, and I was reading John, the thing about John being the father. I think that's it. I think that's the tie too. It's like one fractal of that oversoul was the son, one fractal was the father. But he had to go. He had another mission to go to and couldn't stay around. He had to, it's like that soul part of him is like, well, you gotta go. So he kind of frantically separated from the family to try to find an out and then was going to go back to find them. But when he came back, they were gone. He had to go. Oh, wow. Wow. And it's so interesting how I read that thing about John being the father right as I grabbed this deck, and this deck had to come out, and it didn't come out till the end here, but wow. And that's him running away by himself to disincarnate, to go do some other mission. Because I think maybe he was going to be with them working from spirit from the other side, if that makes sense. Wow. All right, one more for Lunar, just anything she needs to know about this. Oh my gosh, yes. He felt so bad about it though, that he couldn't just leave that family behind. Oh my gosh, wow. And then he did feel all alone for a while though, because he felt guilty, like I made this mistake and my family died. I died, but my family died. But where are they? They're not here. And he was in this state of confusion for a while before he, his guides came and guided him forward to let him know that, hey, they're alive and well over here. Come work with them in spirit. Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of chaos and conflict, which, that's exactly what we were, the chaos and conflict of that Five of Swords and then the Two of Swords of what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Wow. Oh my gosh. But I think that may have answered some questions for you, at least for your own self, which is funny because we tuned more into John, the mother, and Sydney than we did us as sisters. That's so weird, isn't it? Wow, that was so powerful though. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to see how this ties into my creativity because I think that's the reason Spirit is bringing this up. Let's just ask real quick. What does this do to tie, or how does this tie into Lunar's creativity? Balancing act. I just heard balancing act. 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Past life. You are inspired by the past to create something for the future. Oh my goodness. It's like a union of past lives. A lot of what you write, I got a major heat wave in like my right here, stomach area, I guess. Holy cow, like just major like heat wave. That does not happen to me ever. But wow. It's almost like you're writing about a lot of your past lives. So these stories you're writing feel so real to you because you've experienced pieces and parts of them. Yes, maybe you're creatively using your free will to put them together in different ways, but I think your big story, the big daddy, the one that is your like soul story, I think you know parts of that are from your past lives. Maybe not just one past life, but multiple past lives. I saw us as artists in that life just for fun in multiple forms. Yeah, yeah. And I think it is part of our mission in this life to bring or uncover some of that and share it with the world in whatever way we feel called to. That's beautiful. Yeah, nostalgia. Yes, I think she might have. Let's see. Queen of Coins. Yes. And she would have been a very successful writer too. But she could really take those beautiful divinely inspired ideas and ground them onto the paper and make the people reading, even if it was just her siblings and her parents reading them, feel like, wow, this is a real story. You're so talented. Even though she was so young, like what, 11 years old? She had major gifts. But of course, obviously, I think what she did was she, just like Sydney as the king, look at this royalty. Sydney being the king, because he didn't die, he grew up in Inner Earth. And same with Jessie, Queen of Coins. She grounded that stuff into Inner Earth and actually probably if we could tune into that inner life or inner earth stuff or have connection to inner earth, stuff written by her would be available. Oh, that is so cool. Is that not cool, Lunar, to know that something you wrote in a past life is still floating around out there somewhere in inner earth? Like, ah, oh my God. Wow, that is so cool. Oh, believe me, Jesse, that's what we used to do. We would just pull cards and hang out the whole time and not do any writing. I always shake so much for Titanic readings. Oh, this is one you're probably going to have to go back and read. Ooh, Freudian slip. Ha ha ha. Jesse the writer. Watch it again and maybe again and maybe again. Just timestamp it so you can unpack this at a later date because that was a lot we got to in such a short amount of time. Oh my gosh, I don't even know when we started, but it seemed like we got a lot of information in like minutes. But that's what happens when I'm really in the flow. And that's why Spirit's like, move it along, move it along. People are waiting. Like, oh, but I want to just stay in this reading forever. I love it so much. I could just stay in pretty much any given person's reading forever. I just want to be there and really get them as much information as I can. Cheyenne wants to know, will I meet my person soon? Let's find out. All right, Cheyenne. Oh, there's my pin. Just definitely watching this over again. Oh, I love that. Okay, will Cheyenne meet her person soon, please, Spirit? Peaceful resolution. Yeah, and I really see this as you becoming that union within yourself with all that self-love, self-care crap that Amanda's always talking about, which I think you've been on that self-love, self-care train for a while, which is, it's good. But let's just, I know it's a one card read, but I just want to tune in just a little more guidance. Anything that Cheyenne needs to know to know this person's on up and coming. Finances and career. So financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So just you being able to like do that next logical level up in your career, or maybe finding a new career or a new job. But this is when you can peacefully resolve any financial worries or issues, maybe even stuff tied to having a place of your own or paying bills, Um, just more adulting type stuff. They're just showing me like paying bills, being responsible. Like there's some things going on in that arena of life that are kind of lining up before you do meet this person. But this person definitely is on the horizon. This person's probably also really securing their foundation. Maybe they just got a job promotion or a raise, or very soon are going to be getting a raise or a changing of a career. Um, I think this person might have actually gone back to school or is thinking about going back to school to, I won't say do something completely different. I'm just seeing them enhancing the skills they already have. So maybe if they have a, say, I don't know, a bachelor's degree in something, maybe they're going for their master's in something. Um, but yeah, this person, they really want us to move out. I know, right? It's like, come on, spirit, give me a minute. But yeah, this person's really dealing with their career, their financial situation. But look on the back of the deck, love yourself first, which is what you've been doing. But your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. So just working on all your goals, wishes, desires, self love, self care, that's only going to bring you to this person closer, or closer to this person sooner than later, if that makes sense. So yeah, I was like, that's a good answer. Of course, spirit's not very forthcoming a lot of times with the timing, but on the back of the deck, yes. So whatever soon means to you, um, that's when you'll meet this person while doing the work, which I think you're doing the work. So keep doing the work. So soon, yes, but soon to spirit could be as long as 3 years. I've noticed because things they told me were going to happen soon in my personal life took 3 years, even though I was diligently working on certain goals and towards certain things. I'm still waiting for this one thing that spirit told me soon, probably about 2 years ago. I'm still waiting, but like not just waiting around wishing it would fall in my lap. I'm still taking action and doing the things that I know I need to do to really line myself up for the best chance of this thing, whatever it is, I'm not going to tell you, to happen. All right. Is that the end of the line? Did we do it? We made it. Oh my goodness. So that is going to do us for today. 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 16 seconds worth of me flapping my gums. Soon is a very open-ended term to interpret. Yes, right? I've learned the same thing. Yep. Same with moving out was 2 years ago. Oh my goodness, isn't that interesting? I think you guys should get together. This is what I was reading earlier from Jesse. Get together, and instead of saying you guys are going to be writing, just start pulling cards and start tapping into past life readings to get inspiration. Yeah, we kind of did very, very similar to that. At the very least, we're pulling cards. We're just talking about life. Like, we had a 6-hour live stream on Zoom where we're just talking. Like, probably really hard to pull a 6-hour live or a hangout session with a newborn. Well, I guess she's not too newborn anymore, but like, months old baby. Like we are just like so starved of each other's like FaceTime that we're just like and then this and then this. Okay, and let's 10 minutes and then we'll get into the writing. And then 3 hours later we're like, okay, we should probably get into the writing, and then like we just I think the whole all told the times that we would meet, we maybe did less than 20 minutes of writing or collecting our thoughts or whatever, right? Like one 20-minute sprint. Or just we've done a few that were just on I guess Instagram, but none really when we actually meet face to face on Zoom, we're just like talk, 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 pull cards, talk, 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 pull cards, talk, talk, talk. But it's so much fun. It really does fly when you're having fun. That is for sure. But anyway, those of you, those of you who are on Patreon, I do actually have Monday's pick a card reading that is going to be live on my main channel. It is a what you need to hear message from spirit. Yeah, you can go ahead and do another donation. I'm still here. I'll just give you guys a rundown of what you can expect from me coming up. Today it's already up on not Instagram, Patreon. Um, so yes, it's a what you need to hear for a message from spirit. It's a very short and sweet little pick a card that I filmed a couple days ago. It's ready. It's up on Patreon. It will be live on my main channel, first thing linked in the description below, on Monday. If you want to check that out, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. That will be going up over on my main channel. And then tomorrow on Patreon, I'm going to be live streaming the weekly reading. Not 100% sure what time, just because waiting for kids to go hang out with my in-laws for a little bit and my husband out at their house so I can work for a little bit. So it'll be sometime in the morning, but of course, those of you on Patreon who know you make the live stream, I will pull personal cards for you for the week ahead as well. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, we're still open for donations. I don't have anywhere to be except a salt bath, which is calling my name, but I'm having a fun time here right now. I'm very in the moment right now. Yeah, then after that, yeah, we're gonna do I think we'll, of course, because this weekly reading I'm going to film tomorrow for our Patreon is going to include the solstice. So we'll really get into those solstice energies tomorrow as well. What else is going on? Well, I do believe it will maybe be sometime this week, possibly. Maybe if not this week, then right after the holidays, I will be doing the Unsolved Mystery Titanic reading on Patreon for the top tier patrons. Either this next week or the week after. It's going to be in the evening. One of those evenings that aren't Woo Woo Wednesday live stream evening, but could be a Monday, could be a Tuesday, Wednesday, not Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, possibly somewhere in there. Probably not Friday because we got Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve the next Friday. So not Friday. Weekdays that are not Friday or Wednesday, one of those evenings, we will be doing the Titanic conspiracy theory deep dive, no pun intended, about what actually happened that night. Yeah, so we did get a donation coming in from Pika Lee, so go ahead and post your question, and then we'll get right into that. So he's donating for 2 more, so I'll write Jesse times 2. We just had ourselves a little intermission, and I thought we were done, but like I'm more than happy to stay and hang out. Oh my god, my mind is racing. I believe there are some synchronicities going on, but I have no idea how they all connect. Okay. Let's see. One was about a little girl that lived near water. The town worshipped whales or considered them sacred. There was this cave that had these arcade-looking machines, like old school Pac-Man arcade. Wow. And each machine was tied to an event in history. Oh my goodness, how cool. Are these so you're saying how you were these were synchronicities? Oh, these were dreams. When you were younger. Okay. Wow. That's interesting with the machines because if you've ever watched the movie The Matrix, it's like a lot of us well, a lot of people say that The Matrix is more like a documentary than a work of fiction. So, in The Matrix, though, they were plugged in these like gooey, disgusting little like bath thingies by the back of their neck, like the Zeal chakra point. We were plugged into the 3D Matrix, and then when Neo like figures it all out and he wakes up in that gooey, disgusting soup bath thingy, he literally unplugs himself and then he looks around and can see that everyone that's incarnated is like more, I don't know, it's like a technocracy kind of AI, kind of, I don't know, simulation kind of deal. So maybe you're tuning into some of that. It's open to interpretation depending what people believe. Is this a simulation we live in? It might be. And maybe you were just really tuning into that. Each machine was tied to an event in history. Yeah. Different points in history, different events. That makes a lot of sense. And it's interesting because spirits tell me it was the game of life. It's like you're tuning into the game of life, that everything is a game. It's not even real. Like, even though our lives feel very real, you cut me with a knife, I'm going to bleed. Someone breaks my heart, I'm going to be sad. All the things, they feel so real to us because we're here. But many speculate that us incarnating, this is the dream. So it's interesting you had a dream, about a simulation, about like, we could really mind blow ourselves here. But yeah, when we are actually not incarnated in a human body, but when we are in our soul essence, yeah, like The Sims, yeah. And our higher selves would be like the human person playing the Sims game, and then the human itself would be like the Sim in there. And if you click free will, that Sim will go do the dumbest stuff. You're like, why? Why are you doing that? Why do you keep flushing the toilet? You don't even have to go to the bathroom. Why are you drinking glass of water after water after water? Oh, maybe that's why you got to use the bathroom all the time. The little free will thing with the Sims. It's like, as the person that created the avatar of the sim and then made their life, I'm like, you're going to be this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. And if you have free will, click, they do the dumbest stuff. So I'm sure our higher selves are like, oh, you, you little idiot, you. But they're probably doing it a way more loving way. Yes, they used to do the craziest stuff. You leave free will on, they burn their place down, their plumbing's all broken, their relationships are destroyed. But then they wake up, so to speak, and I won't say they turn free will off, because as humans we still have free will, but it's like they allow more of the person that created the avatar to come in and run the show a little more when they wake up to themselves spiritually. And things don't go so bad, right? But let's feel into these dreams, any of these synchronicities for Pika Lee. Oh, I got 2 on the ground too. I'm going to take them all. We got spiritual warrior. Yes. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. And we got the 37 here, which adds up to 1. So new beginnings. So you were tuning into something, new information that is actually very relevant to your incarnation here on planet Earth. And we also have the freedom of truth. Yes. So communicate honestly, be who you truly are. It's like learning the truth. Like, is this an illusion? Is this reality? Don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm a magician. Watch this hand, not this one. It's like, what do we believe? Are we learning the truth of something, or is this what's projected for us to learn because it's just part of the experience? Like, is it really real? Is it true? Do we need to know? I don't know. But then we have ascension flames, merge with light, ignite keys and codes. Number 27. This is so powerful because this is you waking up to your higher aspect. Absolutely. So I think these dreams were you tuning into, higher aspect or higher truths. Maybe they weren't literal, but they were figurative enough that you could kind of put the pieces together and figure out what they mean. Let's see. So the little girl that lived near water and the town worshipped whales. Yeah, I think you were tuning into something, as that spiritual warrior. I think that was a past life. They're really showing me past life. Could have been on Sirius or even Lemuria, Atlantis. They'll all have ties to whales, but most specifically Lemuria and Sirius. I'm going to get, what tarot are we going to? We're going to go to the Muse Tarot. What do these synchronicities mean? What does people need to know about these synchronicities? The other dream was in space, and my brother and I died, and we would travel in these pods to visit loved ones, but had to return back to space and dock at this station. Yeah, yes. And I'm not sure if this was a peak at afterlife. I feel something significant about this dream. Yeah, and I think as far as what I know about the afterlife, we are light. We don't need any kind of body to house our consciousness. So really, if you want to communicate with, people who are still alive and you're crossed over, you would have to somehow lower your vibration from that very high vibration to come down to a 3D reality, or maybe even partly incarnate or partly put your light into some sort of vessel or body to then be able to reach a human that are still on the planet, if that makes sense. So that, I think your dream was really tuning into that for sure. I think you really were onto something. And your brain, of course, interpreted it the best way it knew how. So those pods could have been our light bodies, or your light body coming in to kind of partially check in or incarnate. Or you were the light body inside the pod being something otherly. Yeah, justice, balancing out reality versus illusion. It's like peeling off one layer to uncover another, to peel off another layer to uncover another. And it almost is like those memes you see of like the person taking or the alien taking off their human suit or their human skin. It's like beneath the surface, I'm not anything close to human, but I'm in the human body right now. What else do these? And it almost reminds me too of like those little nesting dolls. If you think of those little nesting dolls where you open one up and there's one smaller, and then you open that one up and there's another smaller, and you open that up until you get to the teeny tiny little cutest one in the whole thing. So cute. I actually have Russian nesting doll Santa. It's downstairs. I don't know if it's exactly where I think it is. Let me just run down and get it. It was handmade in Russia or Ukraine, one of the two. The writing looks too similar for me to discern. But let me just see if I have it still where I think it is. I'll be right back. They're so cute. I gotta show you. My kids play with this all the time, so I don't even know if they're all in here. This is yeah, obviously it's a Christmas kind of deal, but like it just always stays in the living room. I don't know why. Okay, but oh, let me show you the artwork. Sorry for the squeaky wood, but yeah, it's very cute. Yeah, it's made in Russia, so it's got kind of Russian writing, but isn't that so cute? And then you, ooh, sorry for the squeaky wood. You open him up, smaller version. You open him up, there's a smaller version. And this one sticks, or it doesn't stick, it's very loose. So sometimes he's easy to open. And then the one in between this, I don't know what happened to it. We got the little cutie. So yeah, the one that was between this guy and this guy, I don't know where he is. He just disappeared. Who knows? But that's kind of what it's like, you know, we have so many layers to us, and that inner layer, I guess, would be our soul. I don't know. I just thought maybe I'll just keep this up here as a decoration for the rest of the month, huh? I'm over here for now. All right. Let's get back to Pika Lee's reading. All right. Anything else she needs to know about these synchronicities? Ooh, we had some flips, so I think they're important. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Magician, the Two of Cups, ooh, the Sun, and the Nine of Voices. Yeah, there's you dreaming this into being, dreaming about it. But of course, sometimes with the Nine of Swords, excuse me, this sometimes feels confusing or scary or almost like a nightmare at times. It could feel kind of scary. So you may have even had nightmares in your past, Pika Lee, that were actually aspects that you know about on another level of consciousness that you can tune into. And sometimes maybe even especially as a child, they scared you, but you are tuning in to, or your soul mates and spirit guides are really connected to you in the dream state, and they're giving you this information. Wow. And then with the Sun here, especially too, when those light solar flares come in and you get all these light codes, remember, because which one? Ignite keys and codes. The Sun helps you integrate these codes all the way down your chakra system. Wow. And then the Magician. Yeah, you are the Oracle. If you've watched The Matrix, you are the Oracle. Yeah. This is you remembering your own mastery on some level. Maybe even if it's just in the dream state, you're remembering this. Let's go to the, oh no. I had to read it again. The Priestess of Light Oracle, the Priestess of Light Oracle, the Priestess of Light Oracle. Just say it so many times so I don't forget it. Priestess of Light Oracle, Pika Lee. Anything she needs to know about the synchronicities and dreams, abundance, fortune, wealth, and plenty. The number 28 also adds up to a number 1. So you had a number 1 on this card as well. Spiritual warrior, abundance. You're realizing the only thing true and real that's not part of just the simulation or the matrix is the fact that you are abundant. Abundance is everywhere. The fact that we think there is lack at all is our belief system. And when we can remove that belief system, remember in the Matrix, there is no spoon. The guy's trying to bend the spoon, there is no spoon. Right? And then the spiritual warrior, you came here to be a spiritual warrior. Wow. Oh, you were born at 11:44 a.m. too. That's so powerful. I see 11:44 all the time. I love that number. Let's get one more. We're going to go to the crystal deck here. Anything else Pika Lee needs to know about these synchronicities? Yes. We've got Iolite. Shift your money mindset. Those limiting beliefs we were just talking about with that abundance. Where is it? There it is. That abundance. You're shifting your limiting beliefs surrounding money or what is possible for you in this planet. Then we also have chrysoprase. I never know how to exactly pronounce that. Allow yourself to receive. Yes, these tie together so well. So these synchronicities and signs are telling you, reminding you how powerful you are with that magician, that sun energy, that spiritual warrior card, the ascension flames, and the freedom of truth. Also, aquamarine, go with the flow. And it's interesting because aquamarine really is tied to the whales as well. I really associate aquamarine with whales. I've never, I think, read that anywhere, but it is really tied to the ocean. And to me, ocean is whales, whales is ocean. Like, it's very symbiotic. I love that. And then on the back of the deck, we have blue lace agate, find your calm. So maybe, because you have had past lives near the ocean or, really tied to the ocean, being near the ocean or just listening to ocean waves on, I don't know, some sort of binaural beat kind of thing while you go to sleep will really help calm and soothe you. It's very therapeutic to you to hear that. Wow, that was so cool. And then on the back of the deck, we have achievement. Effort plus intention. And then we got the number 49, which adds up to 13, which adds up to 4. So there's that stability that you're looking to create. Having the intention to create that abundance in your life. Well, you don't even really have to create it. It's already there. You just have to tune in, tap into it. There is no spoon. Wow, that's so cool. Put these away. So Jesse, go ahead and post your first question and we'll get right into it. I'm having way too much fun, you guys. These have been the coolest. I mean, yesterday was all just such uplifting messages, but today we've gone deep on stuff, and I just love this. I listen to rain sounds and ocean sounds. Yes, you love that you have a deep connection to the water. You do. Wow. This live stream has been so amazing and magical. Wow, not the other ones aren't, but yesterday and today feels like a rebirth energy. I feel that. Yeah, I just feel like a new leaf has been turned over, a new timeline has been made available or something, that we're just tuning into better frequencies, better energies, not so heavy. But I think so many of us, they're on PayPal. Awesome. I'll look over there. But I think so many of us have been doing that shadow work, doing the hard things, even if that just looked like us, kind of, I won't say disconnecting from our spiritual stuff because I don't think we have, but just really rolling our sleeves up and getting that mundane material world stuff accomplished, like decluttering, facing our shadow, taking care of our body, doing the self-care. Like, we've really stepped it up, a lot of us, in that regard, to where now we are back online and feeling these gifts come in, and it feels so much better. I know I do. I don't even know what your question is yet, but I was really drawn to pull this deck to get us going, Jesse. Okay. So I'm actually going to go over to my email because these might be a little longer than PayPal will give me the option to read them on with that little notification. Okay. So question 1. I would love to tap into my past life in Lemuria and see what is the connection between that one and this current life path I'm currently on. Okay, so I bet you probably had multiple incarnations in Lemuria. A lot of Lemurian star seeds, they just kept coming back. Much like us here now doing, still same vibe, right? But it's like when we get used to a place, it's like we want to keep coming back. And then there might be a time where we disincarnate for a while. But I'm really seeing you really kept coming in and in and in and in. So let's tune into one that's affecting your life at this moment, or just something you need to know about your life then and your life now. Let go and flow. So this is going to help. So this specific past life, they're really tuning into the childhood aspect of this. You were female in that life, I'm seeing, but the number 27 adds up to 9. There was this just happiness after a very hard time. And that's exactly where you're at now is you need, you want, you desire that happiness after a very hard time. So let go and flow. So back in that life, they're showing me you more as a carefree child who just really lived very close to the earth, very connected to crystals, very connected to the land and the ocean as well. But you were not afraid to know your beauty, your worth, your just love yourself. You really were loving yourself. And this is what this life is teaching you now is for you to tune in to who you are now because you are that same soul that incarnated then. But let's say specifically what this life, what were you doing in this life? What was going on? What was so magical about that life? Anything we need to know? Oh my goodness. Yes, it was very, very soul connected. And people didn't just incarnate and experience people. They knew, I know you on a soul level. I know you on a soul level. I know you on a soul level because we got the lovers and the soul family card, the 3 of cups, celebrations coming together, high vibe, tribe vibe. Yeah, but this is a decision. You made decisions to keep coming back. But the one they just really want to keep tuning into this childhood where you just got to play. And even when you grew up in this life, you were still, a lot of your life was just you were at play. Just, there were no people having to go out and have careers. We all just worked symbiotically to, I'm going to do maybe for a while I'll do jobs where I'm doing these kind of things in the community, and then when that doesn't feel very fun anymore, I'm going to do these kind of things. And it was just very go with the flow. There was no set, you have to show up at work and punch a clock and be here at these hours even though you really needed a day for self-care. It was very, I can't come and do my thing today because I'm, and no one was like, where are you? It's like we wanted to be doing these jobs, but if we maybe needed to take care of ourselves, we had full ability or full authority to just telepathically communicate, hey, I'm taking care of myself today. And that boss telepathically gets a message, oh, sounds good. And it's not like we needed a boss anyway, but like, just people who are overseeing the operation to make sure everything was going off without a hitch. And this is you kind of morphing back into that in some way, in some capacity, maybe not fully because we all still live in the 3D, which is very different from the 5D of what Lemuria was for you in this life, Jesse. But I want to tune in what else this is teaching you. I think this is just letting you know that 5D vibration of soul family connection is still available to you. Creating blueprints of this lifetime. There we go. Let's tune into that now too. Let's tune into that. Creating the blueprints of this lifetime. That's exactly what you did. Because it's like she's working on her laptop, writing her life story. Of course, this is like higher self figuring out what needs to happen. And then they're clicking that box of the Sims of, okay, let's enable free will. And the higher self is just like, my stars, what is this child doing? But then also the higher self is there to, be very proud of you as you start to understand and connect with soul family and get your life in order, because we all go off the rails. We all do in some way, but we're never late to our own mission. We're never late. Even though we may feel on our ego like, oh no, I wasted all this time. No, because look, you are taking action. You are doing what you set out, because 2 is the planning. The 2 of Wands is the planning. The 2 of Wands is you planning that, and then the 3 of Wands is you living the plan, taking action on the plan that you wrote. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're still on track. You're still on target. So don't think you're not. All right. Exactly. You're putting in that effort, that hard work. Same card we got at the beginning today. 9 of Wands. You're almost to a finish line that's really going to prove to you that, wow, I can be everything that I set myself up to be in such a beautiful way, because the sun coming out, this is wish fulfillment. This is soul purpose, soul mission. This is connecting to your inner child, connecting to the child that you were in that life in Lemuria. It's all connected. Your own children as well. Hanging out and connecting with your own children as well. Oh my God, I saw myself in meditation just creating, I already read that. But yes! Yeah, it's like so much like the way I feel right now. That's so cool. Anything else for Jesse, please, Spirit? Connecting that life to this life. Anything else that needs to be brought to light. I'm going to go to the Priestess of Light. Priestess of Light. Priestess. Yes, that's what it's called. Priestess of Light Oracle. Yes, Queen of Wands. Becoming that Aries rising. Queen. Yes, you are taking charge and command of your own life. You're inspiring yourself to make those changes that you know you need to make. But again, you know it's going to take hard work and planning before you can really take action on that. You know that. But you have all of this higher self energy to tune into by going within, by doing your cards and doing your meditation and making sure you're getting enough rest, getting enough sleep. Speaking of all that, let's get a self-care, and then we will get Priestess of Light Oracle as well. Self-care. Woo! It's flying right out. Shine that light. Don't dim your light. The world needs your unique talents and gifts. Shine brightly. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're going to allow yourself to just live very carefree and celebrate yourself and not feel so tied down to what other people expect or want from you. And when you really start living in alignment with your authenticity, you're going to find that the people around you are going to start then morphing themselves into being able to just accept that part of you and not expect you to be in some, cookie cutter printout of what they think you should be or, what society deems us to be. And breathe and mind. So breathe. The calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier it is to get everything done. So just breathe as you declutter and, get things ready for your next endeavor. And then also, you are the master of your inner world and you decide how the outer world affects you. Just what we were saying. Am I right? Yes. Cultivate a calm state of mind. So the two words, we've got calm. Where is it? Calm, right there. Calm and calmer. It's like Dumb and Dumber, but calm and calmer. So getting calm, getting hermit mode right now, really embody that higher self, hermit mode, slowing things down a little bit. I know it's hard when you're running here, running there. Kids have this, I have this, work. Breathe. Meditate, breathe, calm the mind, calm the body, connect, sleep, rest, meditate, all the things you already know. I got the inner child card this morning. Oh my God, this is the confirmation I needed. Wow. Yes. And also, harvest, gathering of blessings with the number 44. Stability, security, you're creating it every step of the way. But you're going to be able to soon look around and see the sun out in your life and realize you're no longer waiting for your happily ever after. You're living it. You're being it. You're embodying it. That's powerful. Wow. Yes, Jessie. Almost like I realized what you were telling Pika Lee about the Matrix. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And once we realize, maybe if those of you who haven't seen the movie The Matrix, once in a while it's on Netflix, I think. It used to be anyway. But even just checking it out at your local library or something, if you don't want to rent it or buy it, I highly recommend it because there's a lot of truth hidden in plain sight in that movie. And it's interesting because I think on the 22nd of this month, a couple days from now, there's a new Matrix movie being released in theaters, which is very interesting. I saw a thing on Facebook earlier today. I'm not going to say it. It just makes me laugh. Something about people doing a specific thing to go to the Matrix movie. And it's like, you took the blue pill, bro. You took the blue pill. If you're doing this and this to be able to go to a movie, the Matrix movie, something about what's going on. I'm not going to say it specifically, but you guys can put the dots together yourselves. It's like, you must have taken the blue pill, bro. Wow. All right. So Jessie's next question I will read after I get these put away. Get these all set back in the stack. One by one. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, they have them all on the HBO. Well, there you go. If you have the HBO app or whatever, you can watch them on there too. Oh, and Lunar sent another donation. Thank you so much, Lunar. And you. Jesse's next question, which I will read post haste. Get my list out here. There we go. Okay, go back to my email. Number 2. This is a question for higher self. Spirit, X. Spirit knows who I am talking about. I would like to have some sort of guidance, please. Also, confirmation of this higher self. Oh, is this the higher self I've been connecting to all these weeks? Okay. So this is a question for X's higher self. Whoever this X marks the spot person is, X's higher self. Spirit knows who I'm talking about. I would like to have some sort of guidance, please. Also, confirmation of this higher self I've been connecting to all these weeks. Ooh. Well, we've got a new beginning. So this is new energy. Let me go back to my... Walter might need out. I've been live a hot minute. He's out there hacking in the hallway. I need to really start working on his cough with that emotion code. I'm going to start that this week. But I just need time. But look, this person you're asking about, something new is happening. There's a new beginning here. A new seed has been planted, so to speak. Spirit dropped down something new into something old is what I hear. And the Chariot, there were maybe 2 ways this could have gone, or 2 timelines that were available. But with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like a decision has been made. A decision has been made, and there will be success here. Whatever this person is, whoever this person is, whoever X is. Anything else we need to know about X? Okay, so there was a lot of conflict and chaos in some part, or something had happened in the past that created a lot of worry, controversy, chaos. I'm just seeing devastation, like sadness. A lot of sadness was going on in the past with this person. Anything else we need to know? 8 of Cups. Yeah, this person had to walk away from something that just wasn't going to work out the way it was. The way things were, it would have been, they may have chosen this path, and it would have just led to complete destruction. But this person decided before it's complete destruction, I'm out. I'm checking out. I'm going this way for a while. And maybe I will come back around for something, but I can't do it in this way. It has to be a different way. Whoever this is. I got chills though. I got major chills. Anything else about X? Message from higher self. Wow. I'm hearing, Jesse, you were given a gift. This actually acted as a gift to you to clean up your act, or to get it together in some way, or to change your trajectory. Maybe you also, Jesse, had to walk away from something that was no longer emotionally fulfilling for you. You had to walk away, but this was a gift from Spirit and a gift from X. This actually acted as a gift from X, even if it felt anything but, because this sure doesn't feel like a gift. This feels like a massive punishment. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, this is so cool. But this is like, you may have to walk away, and he may have to walk away from the way he operated to be able to come to this gift you're being given. And then High Priestess, because this is spiritual intervention, spirit intervention. Oh, the walk-in thing, more confirmation. Oh my God. Wow. Let's see. I mean, this was hitting it right. I had no idea who you were actually asking about. So, wow. What else? Yeah. Yes. It had to all fall apart. Something had to all fall apart for you to heal and move on from the way it was in the past. I keep going to the sadness, the devastation, the destruction of the past. But you're moving on from it, and Spirit was intervening and helping and playing along the whole time. And yeah, you may feel a little tricked or a little duped at first, but now you're seeing what a gift it actually was. Because if things had maintained the way they were, it wouldn't have worked out anyway. Even if something really devastating didn't happen to cut it off at the head, or to cut whatever was going on off, Spirit had to intervene, maybe in a very sad and destructive way, for you to get with it and for X to get with it, right? to get it right the next time around. All right, what else? Yeah, this person's trying to convince themselves everything is fine, but like literally nothing is fine. They're bleeding black blood. That this had to go. The past had to go away. Past has to go away because there's a lot of healing that needs to take place before things can really have this new beginning of success. You see, wow, holy cow. That's what Spirit wanted me to sit down and see what it was. That's why so many doors were closed in my face that day. Wow. Yes, exactly. The devil. You had to be forced to come face to face with the devil right in front of you. The devil seeing something with terror in the eyes, like with the look in the eyes had to be the wake up call. Wake up. I keep hearing wake up call, wake up call. Let's get a clarifier on that devil. The way one person believed before, their views are different. Really, these kind of go hand in hand because a lot of people will say that traditional religion and stuff is almost like, the devil in a way. Or like, what are we worshiping here? What are we really worshiping here? Very similar energies here with this. And normally I don't see the devil and the Hierophant as being one and the same, but I'm almost reading this as one and the same. So whether you do it the traditional, because look, oh, now I see why. Well, this hand is obviously up, that one's down, but like same kind of vibe. Different hand movements, but not by a lot. Interesting. Very similar thing. And then these people, oh, wow, I see why I see them so similarly now. These people are chained, these people are bowing, and they have keys before their feet. They're no longer chained, but they got the keys. These people are standing up, but they're chained. So it's like duality at play. Wow. You know how much? Yes, I do. Let's get a clarifier on the future of this connection of X. What's going on now? Two of Swords sideways. This showed up sideways. So it's already a card of do I or don't I, or do I or don't I. And then it shows up sideways to further confuse how you've been feeling. So let's get a clarifier on the Two of Swords now. Woo. And then you get the Ten of Swords. So this is one route, which you already got that depiction, not that one. Because this is the extra depiction. Basically the Ten of Swords twice in the same deck. So that was one route you could take this. Absolute devastation. Yeah, this wow, where do we even go? There's another road though. There's another route. I know. I've always felt a kind of skeevy vibe anytime I pull the Hierophant. That's why I like the Hierophant in the Everyday Witch, because she's like a yoga meditating kind of Hierophant, which I take as non-traditional. Very interesting. But yes, this is you taking your power back in the relationship, because you could take this path or you can take this path. You can empower yourself or you can just completely become a victim. I think you're choosing this. You're becoming empowered. You're becoming empowered. Let's get more information on becoming empowered for Jessie. Because you got this Queen of Wands before in the other reading as your energy coming through. Yeah, because right now you're still, I think even in this moment, still not seeing your full power. You're still settling for a smaller version of what you think your power is, but your power's still coming in hot. Let's just see any other messages to empower Jessie on her power coming in. Yes, the moon. So there may be something still hidden from you. This could also indicate lies, deception, just like you not clearly seeing because the sun is not out here. This is still darkness. You're feeling your way in the dark. And it's interesting. Today's the full moon, which we've got the full moon, but there's a portion of the moon that's kind of embodied there. It's almost like going back toward new moon. You're getting more clarity on whatever underlying illusion or deception there is going on, but also you tuning into your intuition, using your intuition to lead you where you need to go, to empower yourself through the lies, through the deception. Yeah, because you still have two choices. It's almost like they're bringing that Two of Swords back to my attention again. It's like you can focus on everything that's gone wrong, or you can focus on that romantic soulmate. I always pull the Two of Cups with you guys. So this is shifting your perspective and focusing on the relationship in a different way. The World, yeah. a whole new cycle. I know Wheel of Fortune's a lot about cycles too, but so is the world, because this is the end of one cycle before you start over again with the Fool again. And we've got Aquarius, we've got Scorpio, we've got Leo, and Taurus. Those are the signs, associated astrological signs. But could have to do with moving, have to do with travel, you know, astral travel or soul travel, souls traveling. Wow. Once I let go the whole need to the answers, the fog was gone. Yes. Anything else for Jessie to really empower herself? Woo. 7 of Cups. There's that confusion, but this is also a card of hope. So instead of focusing on that confusion, you're focusing on the hope and the limitless possibilities involved here. Because there's still many timelines you could tune into and tap into and create, because the seed has been planted. It doesn't mean, yeah, obviously the seed is encoded with specific instructions to become an oak tree or a rose or a basil. I don't know. But it's almost like you're in charge here of which timeline this seed really resonates on and becomes. One more to tie it up. No pun intended with the double card. One more for Jessie. Anything else she needs to know? The Hanged One. Yeah, this is about taking a moment to really examine and see things in a new way. Instead of feeling stuck, this is you feeling empowered and seeing things a new way. Yes. Wow. Was the higher self that I've been connecting? I'm sorry, I keep asking. Let's ask. Just outright ask. I'm going to find this hair that's tickling me, maybe. And then we're going to ask. Okay. So was this higher self the one that's been connecting? It's still doing it. Oh, it's on my shirt. That's why. Found it. Is this higher self the one that's been connecting? Within the next few months, the answer is going to be very clear. It fell to the floor. Let me just get one more. Here it is. Somewhere. Be assertive. I think you already know the answer. So just go back into meditation, really tune in. The answer, you're going to know clearly. And Spirit doesn't want me to just hand you the answer, even though I think I know. The hair, wow. Yes. I think you know the answer, and you think you know I know the answer. But just meditate on it, because it's coming. Yeah, be assertive. Yeah, your mom. Yeah, I think your mom's here. Let's just get one from her. See what she wants you to know. Anything from Jessie's mom. Ooh. I send you loving signs through nature. Yes, there's a butterfly. Look at that. And we are so connected. And we have been together in dreams. So she will, and I think this is still something on the horizon for you. You will have a dream about her. And it's not just, oh, I'm dreaming about her. It's a visitation. Yeah, maybe she's going to give you the answer in a dream. Or in meditation, possibly. Wow. Yes. Just meditate on it. Use your intuition. Use your lie detector. Use your discretion. Use all your tools of the trade. Because you know what's up. You know what's up. All right. Lunar's turn. I think Lunar might have put her question in the thing. And by the thing, I mean the PayPal. So I'm going to go over there. All right. Lunar is our last but certainly not least donation of the evening / afternoon. It's not quite evening where I'm at anyway. Lunar needs some guidance on her creativity. I wanted to write, make art, create music, film, readings, and other artistic things, all the creative things. As you already know, yes, I know. Each of those pursuits I want to invest money on to progress. But I can only choose one at a time, at least right now. Would buying video editing software be the best next step, or should I pursue something else first? Well, just as me reading this, I'm getting downloads. Before I even got to the video editing software stuff, I saw like camera and setup so that you can actually start putting out content, whatever that content looks like, no matter if you have to create 20 different channels to really niche it down and get it, or however you want to line it out. I know you wanted at least maybe 2 or 3 different channels just for your different interests. And I think that's perfect, because imagine imagine if I had the Done Creative was originally created as my writing channel, but also a pick a card channel, and also a whatever else it was going to evolve into channel. I probably would only have about, if I had to guess, about 4,000 subscribers today if I had just offered all of those things on one channel, because there will be people who are only there for the writing that would unsubscribe if I'm doing too many pick a cards, or if they're only there for the pick a cards and I kept doing NaNoWriMo vlogs, they'd be like, this is dumb. I'm just going to go somewhere where I can just get straight up pick a cards. So if you ever want to grow, niching down is key. But if you want one channel where it's just a catch-all of any creative thing that you want, that's probably fine, because people are probably there for your personality anyway, and they're going to just watch whatever you put out. But again, your audience on a channel like that would already be, maybe a couple thousand people at your top, but that's not why you're doing it. So I don't think the numbers really matter. But about to spend a lot of money on that software, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, I think it is. Maybe even, what software specifically is it? Is it Adobe Premiere? Is it Final Cut Pro? Like, which one are you looking at? Because I can help guide you. If I do know some. I mean, obviously I'm behind the times because I still use a program from 2007, but it's because I'm too cheap to buy, and spend a monthly fee on Adobe, because I was telling myself that I needed to justify this purchase by what I make on YouTube. And right now, I make anywhere between $2 a day and $7 a day on my main channel of 21,000 subscribers, because my views are so low. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Interesting. Well, they're saying everything is fine. So maybe that's not the right one, because this is like 10 of Swords. Like, that might not be the right program. But I am seeing that you getting a program, they're showing me maybe some free software that you can start with. There is like Windows Movie Maker. Oh, that's not too expensive, actually. I mean, it is, but like, it's not. Finding some sort of free program, or one that you can do a trial run on. Like, some of these programs you can have like a 30-day trial to really test it out and see if you even like it. That might be your first step before actually buying it. But having something you can edit on is going to be imperative and key in helping you step forward in your creativity. So I think you're on the right track with knowing you need to bite the bullet on something. Yeah, and I think this is like a gift. Maybe someone's gifting you this, or Spirit's giving you the gift of a free program that actually works pretty fine, or maybe a free trial that you're like, oh, I don't really like that program. I'm glad I did a free trial. Or maybe you try a free trial and you're like, oh, I really like this program. But also going on, YouTube University and finding out how to actually run these programs is probably going to help you as well. Maybe the 10 Swords is saying I have to bite the bullet. Yeah, that could be. Let's clarify that. Especially if you've already looked into this and you really think it's your next step. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I think it would be a fortunate step in the right direction, that ultimately it will be the gift that keeps on giving, because if you can edit your videos, you can keep uploading, and then people start coming in, and maybe eventually you're going to have some income coming in from your various streams of YouTube or whatever. Yeah, it's just a matter of spinning the wheel and making the decision to step forward. And maybe this is just what you've been feeling, because like everything's fine, like you're overwhelmed, and on top of it you want to add all of this to it, which Spirit's not saying don't do it, because it's going to add more to your mix. It's like, if you want to do it, there's never a good a time as now, and it's never, as a parent, you're really never gonna slow down, so you might as well do it now. So yeah, we can interpret these a few ways here, depending. Let's see. It was going to be Destin's gift to me, and I've used Cyberlink before, the free version, but it was so limited for my... Yeah, I'd say the free version usually is pretty limited at times, but I know back in the day, Adobe, like Photoshop or Premiere, any of those, they would offer 30-day, like, full whatever, but if anything you exported from it would have, like, a watermark. If I remember right, I think it was Adobe. Might have been Final Cut Pro. I can't, oh man, it's been so many years. Yeah, but they would have all the capabilities, but like you just couldn't export it with the capabilities, but like it still allowed you to play around in program with it, if that makes sense. Let's see. Whoa. Seven of Swords. So this is interesting. It's like you're walking away from something that didn't work in the past. So yeah, maybe just biting the bullet, getting it, doing it. Because look, we got Four of Wands. So I think Dustin's helping, marriage partner, helping you get this squared away, getting it done. It's interesting because we got a lot of this energy you're walking away from, like deception, all of this, and maybe even just being your own worst enemy, deceiving yourself. Like, oh, who wants to watch your videos anyway? But this to me, you're walking away from it. Look, you're walking away from that. So let me go. I'm going to actually get a whole new tarot deck out. We're going to go to the Everyday Witch. I was filming HD and they actually downgraded my footage. I was so mad. Yeah, that's you. That energy there, that's you getting mad at the programs or maybe even your own limiting beliefs. I don't see this as the program itself that you purchase is going to cause this. I just see like wheels spinning. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's like right now you just feel like you're spinning your wheels. You're not really getting anywhere. But I think making that purchase is going to help move you forward. It is forward motion for sure on that wheel. Yes. And then you get the World to top it off. You're doing something new. You're putting yourself out there on the World Wide Web. Yes, get it, do it. Stamp of approval. Go. Yes. Run, don't walk. Get it. I think that it's interesting because Spirit just wanted to work through some of the kinks before they just spit it right out there. And then it's interesting, you get the Hierophant, but the Hierophant that we love. Yes, the non-traditional. So you're doing it obviously in a traditional way, but like still with your own non-traditional spin on it. So yes, perfect. And then look, mic drop, the Star. So yeah, this is really going to help you really lean into your creativity and like Aquarian energy, just like out there stuff. And you're really actually going to understand because this is Aquarius too. Aquarius deals with programs, technology, computers. So you're going to find, maybe a non-traditional way to learn about the ins and outs of this program to really learn what you're doing and be able to put out some amazing content. Like, yes. Will a new computer be needed so soon to have that software? I can't stand the computer getting stuck. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's feel into that. Well, it's funny you say stuck because Hanged Man and then Death of the computer and then Knight of Pentacles, it's going to be very slow trying to edit on the computer you have. Knight of Pentacles takes his sweet time, very stubborn, very dragging of the feet. The Death of the computer, you might like lose the computer. I don't know if it's old or if there's a virus on it or just something going on with it, but it is very stuck. It's very difficult for this computer to really move it along. Maybe it lags a lot or something. So I think your best bet would be to definitely get a new computer, but don't let that fact that you need a new computer stop you. Get the software, try it on whatever device you need to use it on, and then move forward. If you can upgrade along the way, upgrade along the way. I mean, I'm still got things I want to upgrade and add to my setup that I just haven't, and I'm almost, March, I created the channel in March of 2019, but didn't actually upload till May 7th of 2019. So next year I'll be 3 years on YouTube. And I'm still not where I want to be with my programs and my editing. My computer sucks, but like I still make it work for what I have now. What else does Lunar need to know? Oh, you could use your iPad. It already has iMovie, but I don't like Apple and the tripod for it broke. So I took it as a sign. Yes, it does lag, but maybe I could buy additional RAM. Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's see what else. Any closing arguments Spirit has about this? Yeah. You're seeing justice for all that brokenhearted energy of not being able to write or be creative or put yourself out there. You're seeing justice for that. These came out together. So I'm reading this as past energy, nothing in the future. As far as opening this up and learning and, evolving yourself, learning to edit and all this. This is you finally seeking the balance that you need to be able to move forward. All right. Let's get a little bit more about this. Anything else she needs to know? Creativity-wise. Yes, it's just about you, wish fulfillment. It's just about you taking action in the direction you know you want to go, to feel the emotions you want to feel. You literally have to say, okay, I'm starting on this day, and then starting. Yes. Now's the time. Now is the time. 2022, or maybe even the end of 2021 if you want to get started right now. But now is the time, I'm hearing. Even if that's still the holidays are coming up. Like it's kind of a crazy time anyway, but like sooner rather than later is the time because you're taking action. You're feeling inspired to actually make these things a reality. You're buying the programs, upgrading some stuff with the computer, getting that coin out, spending some coin to make this dream a reality. That's what you're doing because you already have the star. There's a lot of happiness here. The star and the Nine of Cups, which is kind of lower octave of the star in a way. Wish fulfillment. Wishes, hopes, wishes, dreams, desires coming true. Yes. That's awesome. I actually want to get one from the, oh my gosh, why? Priestess of Light, is it? Priestess of Light, I got it right. Priestess of Light Oracle. I'll learn it yet. Ooh, this one wants to come out already. Angelic Assistance. Yes, we already knew this though. Who are we to think that this wasn't happening? Of course, divine guidance and loving support. Of course, they are assisting you. Guides, angels, crossover, loved ones. 2022 is your year. Yes, because 2 + 2 + 0 + 2 is 6. 2022 adds up to 6. This is going to be the year you get going. And you have lots of protection, lots of guidance, lots of assistance in getting that ball rolling. And you're going to see your green light, green light, green light. But they're telling me too, if something happens and, there's a stumbling block or something, that's perceivably preventing you from moving forward, don't take that as a sign to give up because they're saying, remember, problems are just opportunities for growth. It's teaching you something. It's not telling you to give up completely. So there's that. I said it right as you mentioned you wanted to get one more Priestess of Light. Yeah, there you go. Well, speaking of that, let's just get one more too. I did put yours back, but let's see what else we got. And Sacred Purpose. Yes, Eternal Flame, which King of Wands, what? And Ancestral Legacy. And instead of Ancestral Legacy, I'm seeing this as Jessie Goodwin's legacy of writing. And then the number 43, which is very spiritual. So you're writing about very spiritual things or very, tuned in things, very out there and otherworldly things. But it is part of your purpose. This is part of your purpose. So you're stepping on up into your purpose this year, and it's amazing. Yes, Ethan heard it. Look at that. Yes. That's exciting. I actually just want to get one more. Okay, come on. One more. I always forget the name of this one as well. Gateway of Light Activation. So what does Lunar need to know about her creativity, getting going on these channels and just putting herself out there creatively? Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, mission uncovered, and don't give up. Everything all wrapped up in a pretty bow to send you off to your creative land. Yes. Yes. Mic drop. There we go. Look at that. I don't even mind. No one watches. I just want to create. I love making. Yeah, and the beautiful thing about that is like hardly anyone watched my writing videos, but they're still like favorites of mine that I can go back and watch my writing vlogs and go back and see my kids a little bit younger than they are now, and it's already nostalgic for me. And documenting the house fire. I mean, of the 3-part series of Housefire, the highest one has less than like 4,000. Haha, who am I kidding? 400 views. But I'm still so proud of it, and it's still, it resonates with my soul because I made it from my soul. And maybe it wasn't for everyone to watch, but it was for me to document. So I always have the piece of that. And it means a lot to me, and I'm still very proud of it. And the numbers of people that watch it have zero to do anything with that art in and of itself, right? You're gonna buy some software tonight. Yes. All right, Spirit, one more. All right, so Moonology manifestation cards, here we go. Anything else for Lunar for her creativity? Full moon in Pisces, forgive. So of course we're at full moon in Gemini today, but this is about you forgiving past versions of yourself or something from the past or people from the past that prevented you from moving forward with this, whatever that means for you. But Pisces is creativity. Pisces is beyond the veil. It is tuning into your imagination and writing. One more. I know I keep saying one more, but like literally just one more. Okay, one more, Spirit. We'll tie it up. And then the new moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. So yes, really focus on the positive, forgive your past versions or the past or whatever, might be holding you back, or whoever might be holding you back. Maybe those babies need some attention, and just forgiving and having grace in the fact that I'm a mother as well, and not beating yourself up for not accomplishing 50 million things in 1 week, but just, focus on the positive, have patience, forgive, all of that. Been doing so much forgiveness. Yes, you got it. You're already on there. You're already on it. We're just confirming what you already know here. So, yay! I'm excited. I'm excited for you. This is so good. Yes, get it, do it, be it, achieve it, all the things. I'm so happy about this. I can't wait to be pimping out your channel. Everyone go to Lunar Refresh, and then whatever other one that you're creating. Because are you still going to do 2, or are you thinking 3 channels? I'm not sure exactly all that you're doing. Trying to release jealousy of others and where they are in their journey. Yeah, and that can be a really big stumbling point to help us not get started. When we can really release that and just embrace, well, I'm on my path, and my path starts right now, right here. And just seeing how beautiful that can be. Because here's the thing that I used to do, when I would envy others that were, farther along in life than I was, or, whatever. Instead of being jealous about it and just being like, oh man, I wish that was me. That's no fair. I then instead turned that around and said, wow, it's possible to do what I want, because look, that person is a shining example that this is possible. So like, yes, keep going, soul sister, soul brother. But now I'm going to start my mission. I'm going to do it my way, and it's going to be as successful as it's going to be, whatever that means. Yeah, it's a fine line though, especially in, the way that we operate in the world, where everyone's comparing themselves to everyone else, everyone's body comparing to everyone else's body, everyone's creativity compared to everyone else's creativity. And it's like, just compare yourself to yourself. Be happy for others, or just, don't even pay them the mind. Just be very narrow-minded with your own path. If envy is an issue, that's one thing, is just, just not putting yourself in the position to get envious. I know it's sometimes easier said than done, but yeah, it can be done. It can be done. I've been thinking one solely about reading, and one just artistic videos. Oh, readings, not reading, readings, and just artistic videos, art, writing, music. Yeah, I like that. Because I have even thought that I'll turn my old OtherTube channel into just whatever I feel like creating, whether that's art or music or artistic stuff or writing or just personal updates of my life. Like, I don't know. Let's leave it open. There's like hardly anyone subscribed anyway. So if I completely shift on a dime, I don't think they're even going to notice. Like, oh, aren't you that one old AuthorTube girl I was subscribed to like 3 years ago? I don't remember you, but I think I do. I think I remember that hair. So funny. All right, guys. Well, I think that bathtub is calling my name, but this was so much fun. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy I got to do some readings for you, Lunar, and everyone else as well. I'm just saying Lunar because I just wrapped up her reading, so obviously. And Jessie and Pika Lee and just everybody. I'm scrolling back, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I'm good. All right. Well, yeah, we are so called to it's time to let go of those labels and just shine our light, because we can do it better, shining our own personal light better than anyone else on this planet. And Kurt always said that quote, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not, which is kind of a roundabout way of saying I'd rather be a first-rate version of me rather than a second-rate or a copied version of someone else. Kurt, that wise old man, Kurt. Oh, your phone died again. Oh, no. Well, maybe it's a good time for your phone to die. We're going to head on out of here. It is 3 hours, 17 minutes, and 50 seconds of this live stream. And I'm going to go head to the bath and eat and do all the things before my family gets home. So you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. And of course, those on Patreon, I will see you tomorrow during the live stream if you're there for the weekly reading. Otherwise, I'll see maybe the rest of you on Monday over on my main channel, where the new Pick a Card will be live on Monday. Not like it's live, but like it will be published on Monday. Live to the public, so to speak. All right, everyone, I love you. Bye.